week.
And Matejchuk, his second OT winner of the weekend.
Against a perennial playoff power. West meets East. Central meets North. Monsters, Admirals. Next on Rock Entertainment Sports Network.
House in our Rock Entertainment Sports Network broadcast booth. Tony Brown here with you alongside my broadcast partner, Jock Callender. Now, Jocko, Gavin Brindley is a big name in Blue Jacket circles. Second-round pick last year out of Michigan. Boy, can he skate and shoot.
Yeah, he's a dynamic player, and I'm looking forward to seeing him. I haven't seen him in person, just on TV when he played for Michigan, so I'm definitely looking forward to this.
Yeah, and he's definitely looking forward to getting into a game, dealing with an injury suffered in training camp. Let's talk about the Monsters, though. They are literally the hottest team in the American League right now. 6 consecutive wins. They've won 7 of 8, 8 out of 10, and they're a team that's firing on all cylinders, although they've had the week off.
Yeah, they've played very well as of late in all aspects. Special teams have picked it up. Goaltending has been better. Defensively, they've played better. And they're scoring more goals overall, so everything in the package.
Yeah, absolutely. Monsters have been paced offensively recently by Rocco Grimaldi, who had a 4-point outing in the Monsters' most recent game. But you see there, 3 consecutive wins in overtime, almost 4 goals per game over that stretch, up to second in the division, third in the conference. And in addition to that, the Monsters on the power play during this winning streak, over 36% so far this season. Now, let's hear from Trent Vogelhuber. The Monsters head coach told us today that his team's confidence is blossoming right now.
I think it's important that everybody knows, and we're establishing, like, we don't need any superheroes, anybody to do anything on their own. The way that we get rewarded is by, sticking to the details that we talk about all the time in there, and everybody just kind of doing their part to be a peg in the wheel almost, right? Like, you're just doing your part so we can roll, and whoever gets rewarded gets rewarded.
Well, let's see now how the Monsters can be built for success in tonight's game, thanks to our friends over at Rocket Mortgage. One big key for Cleveland Jock, the arrival of David Jiricek and Mikhail Fuchsia. They've been assigned to the Monsters for the first time this year. Yeah,
familiar faces for the Monsters. Both these guys were huge in the end of the year run before the playoffs, and then in the playoffs they both played big roles for the Monsters.
And in addition to that, special teams will be key tonight. We know Cleveland's power play surging, but Milwaukee right up there on both sides of the special teams comparison.
Yeah, the power play and penalty killing, all both in the top 10 for Milwaukee. The Monsters number 3 in the league in the power play right now, so it should be a good battle.
Yeah, looking forward to this one. Been a couple of seasons since the Monsters and Admirals tangled. Coming up next, we will drop the puck. It's Cleveland and Milwaukee next on Rock Entertainment Sports Network.
Hey Monsters fans, time to face off. The 2024 hockey season has arrived, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the sellies this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Monsters games, Cavs games, or any live event in Cleveland, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the Cleveland Monsters. The most disruptive idea in ticketing, a ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
Howdy, Pilgrim. Mayflower, Mike, Thanksgiving dinner DeMatto here, inviting you to our Heartland Holiday Homecoming celebration. Only at Nissan in North Homestead and I-90 Nissan. You're always welcome to come join our big Nissan family. Our holiday table is set. You'll be stuffing your pockets with incredible savings. Are you kidding me? At Nissan of North Homestead and the North Homestead Auto Mile and I-90 Nissan, Sheffield Village, because the deals are so good. See us online today at bignissan.com.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Discount Drug Mart, the store that saves you the runaround, and by SeatGeek, the official ticketing partner of the Cleveland Monsters. Welcome back inside Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse as we're getting ready for round 1 of 4 between the Monsters and their former division rivals, the Milwaukee Admirals, from when Cleveland was back in the Central Division. Now, it's been a couple of seasons since they have seen the Admirals, but Trent Vogelhuber broke down this morning the keys against a really powerful Milwaukee team.
Yeah, their goaltenders have outstanding numbers so far. They box out well, so excuse me. We got to really get in front of their eyes. They're going to stop it on the first time, and you got to make sure you got guys in front of the eyes, guys coming downhill for those second and third opportunities for sure. But we know it's a good test. They're a good team, good players. So we're going to have to continue to push, and coming off a long week, our start's going to be imperative here.
Great insight, as always, from Trent Vogelhuber. Let's take a look at the goaltenders. Jet Greaves up to 5-3-1, and Matthew Murray on the other side, a great record, great goals against, great save percentage, too. The goaltending for Milwaukee has been outstanding to start the season, John.
Yeah, both their goalies with great numbers, and overall team defense, they do a great job.
Yeah, they lead the league, allowing opponents only 2.15 goals per game this season. So it's a Milwaukee team that if you can build a lead on them, you're in good shape, although that's easier said than done, given all the talent they have on the back end. Let's take a look at the coaching matchup as well. Trent Vogelhuber has had his team playing their best hockey of the season here lately. But, Jock, that was when they were playing like every other day. It has been a whole week of practice without games, so it kind of makes you wonder what the team's going to look like in the first 10 minutes tonight. As on the other side, Carl Taylor for the Milwaukee Admirals, an accomplished coach in his own right. It seems like he has the ads in the playoffs every single year.
Yeah, he does a great job over there. I think the Monsters needed those few days off. They played a lot of games in that stretch. They definitely got, away from the rink for a day and just rested the bodies and got some therapy and stuff. And then I know this coaching staff gets them ready before the start of the next set of games. They get them going.
Absolutely, and with all the new injections into the lineup, too, that adds some excitement for tonight's game with Brindley, with Jiricek, with Mikhail Pucha. Let's take a look at the scratch report now, presented by the UH Straczynski Sports Medicine Institute. And here you go. Monsters without Curtis Hall, Sam Kanozko, and Pavel Chayan all healthy. The rest of those guys, LeBate, Gambrell, Mateau, Clayton, and Butler still working through injuries. So the roster is bigger than it's been all season for the Monsters here, with 8 guys scratched tonight.
Yeah, I bet a lot of depth. The Monsters have a lot of depth right now, the most they've had all year.
Monsters wearing their Blue Jackets-themed alternate uniforms here tonight. Their white uniforms with Union blue numerals, white helmets, red pants, white socks will carry them from left to right in this first period as Jet Greaves looks on from atop his goal crease. And on the other side, Milwaukee wearing their familiar Navy uniforms with light blue accents, Navy helmets, pants, and socks. They're the top affiliate of the Nashville Predators of the NHL. Our officials, as assigned by the American Hockey League four-man crew, Liam Moscont and Alex Joubert, are the referees. Brian Gorkoff and Luke Stork are working the lines. And it looks like we've got an issue with the Milwaukee net right out of the gate here.
They're flipping nets here right off the... I don't know if they got a hole in the mesh or...
Well, they do inspect the nets before the games. The officials do. It's an important thing. And so we've got a little bit of added drama before we start the game here. But this is a good rivalry, Chuck. Let's talk about it. Dating back to the early 90s when the Lumberjacks moved, as you know, from Muskegon to Cleveland here. That's when the Admirals joined the league. And so lots of battles between these two organizations over the years.
Yeah, I played against the Admirals back when I was in Muskegon, Michigan for years. And then when moved over here to Cleveland, they've been big rivals for a long time.
Well, the Monsters milling about. They've got the Owen Sillinger line to start here. And that features Mikhail Pucha and Rocco Grimaldi, now the team's leading scorer. 11 appearances this year, 18 points for Rocco. Ho-hum. had 4 points his last time out. On defense, it'll be Matejchuk and Madison Bowie. While we have a moment here, want to remind you guys that the Monsters want to thank University Hospital Straczynski Sports Medicine Institute, the Vision Development Team, Ohio Center for Oral Surgery, and Bubana Chiropractic for being the official medical team of the Monsters. And you see there the equipment staff and Seth Campbell, the assistant athletic trainer with his fabulous mustache, Jock, which he likes to show off here on Rock Entertainment Sports Network. So here we go, the opening draw, the puck down at center. We're underway in the first frame of this one. And the Monsters control the puck as Matejchuk found Bowie, and this one tipped in deep. Sillinger playing center here with Gambrell injured the last couple of games, and he's such a valuable piece in the forward group, isn't he, Jock? He can play anywhere.
Yeah, he's very versatile, and this is a little different look for Sillinger and Rocco, but he can fit in with anywhere.
Yeah, Trent Vogelhuber said this morning he's, in terms of the defensive side of the puck, as seamless an acquisition as the Monsters have ever had in his time here. And there's the first shot attempt for Puches. It sails over the crossbar, and now watch out. Here's Grimaldi, and he'll fire, but that one high and tipped wide off the glass. Behind the net, here's Gravel. He's the captain for the Admirals. Into the left circle, breaks out up the left side, but Schaefer had it swept away by Cleveland's Zashan. Then Lucchini hit by Juracek, and now McCown takes over for the Monsters. 1 minute into this first period. One thing about the Admirals, they take a lot of penalties as this puck is stuffed behind the goal line by Murray, their netminder, averaging 18-plus penalty minutes per game, third most in the league. So Cleveland going to want to stay disciplined and try to get onto the power play.
Yeah, I watched Milwaukee and warm up. They have a lot of big bodies. I'm not sure if they get the penalties on the physical end or what, but they've got big bodies for sure.
Here's Matthew Murray, the goaltender, sliding the puck around the left wing boards and now carried at center. This is Ozzy Weisblatt into the offensive zone right side. Lost the handle. Monsters pushed to the perimeter. Now this one clipped in deep by Adam Wilsby. And in behind the net, the puck forced to the right side of the Cleveland zone where Luca Del Bel Beluz is going to capture. Slides it out to center, tapped away from him. And here comes Wall for the Admirals across the Cleveland line. 2 minutes into the first, no score and no shots in either direction. Breaking out, Björkvik Holm ahead. Del Bel Beluz found Fix Wolanski. He'll fire it back under the stick of Del Bel Beluz, who clips it on net. Murray made the save. Puck still loose. Forced around the wall by Livingstone. Held in left point by Matejchuk. Battling along the wall. Unable to be held in by Brindley. There was his first touch as a Monster. And now this dumped in by Del Bel Beluz. And the Monsters go to work on the forecheck. This one sent off the glass and back out to the Monsters' defensive zone with Brindley arriving and Pucha too. You wondered how they would be configured. It looks like Fix Wolanski and Brindley, and then on that second line, Grimaldi and Pucha. But really a whole lot of options for Trent Vogelhuber, Mark Letestu, and the rest of the staff right now up front.
Yeah, and they'll see how the chemistry goes, and they're able to mix and match as it moves along if they're not liking what they see.
Spun in front by Gaudette. Left point here, Svozil. You know, he's excited that his pal Juracek from the Czech national team is back as a teammate of his at this level. Big hit along the wall. And there's the first penalty. It's down in a heap went Navrin Mutter. It looks like the Monsters are headed to the box with about 3 minutes gone in this first period. Let's take a look at the replay here, Jock, on the hit.
Pearson just lifted his stick. Got it. I don't know. He hit his foot on the bottom of his foot. He lifted his stick, and I know his stick was high on his hand. So I don't know if he just fell because of that, or.
It's not something you see happen a lot. Justin Pearson taking penalties, but he's now got a minor penalty in 4 consecutive games. And this is power play 1 for Milwaukee as they look to break the ice here. Monsters PK 81.8%, 18th in the league. Power play for the Admirals, 21.6%, 6th best. On the road, 2nd best in the league, 29+% to start the year. And there's former Monster Nick Blankenburg quarterbacking. Beats Kiefer Bellows, who had a great season with Toronto last year. And now the puck deflects back to center as Blankenburg snaps it to Bellows. And the Admirals are across the line. By Matejchuk for Cleveland up and out of the zone as the Monsters make changes here. Monsters PK had a rough start to the season. It's gotten much better as the season has gone on.
Yeah, definitely done a great job as of late.
Through center, here come the Admirals again. Lucchini and Bellows enter on the left wing. Sent around the wall, reaching for it was Roman Ashan. Dives to take it away from Blankenburg. And now the puck grabbed by the Admirals, and they'll creep into the Cleveland zone. Weisblatt in the high slot. Now Lucchini, left circle, slides to the middle. Bellows wasn't ready for it. The Monsters clear, They caught a break. Lots of room to shoot for Lucchini. He passed it up.
Yeah, the Monsters almost had a 2-on-1 there if that puck didn't move so quick along the boards there. Roman Ashan almost had it.
Now a chance for Milwaukee towards the net, and a great glove save for Greaves. That puck just floating a little bit off the stick of Kemmel, and Greaves all over it on the left post as he hangs on.
Yeah, he tried to make a little stutter step move, and Jet didn't bite. He just held his glove there like we see Jet so often with that glove.
Yeah, he's another guy that just as the season has gone on, a couple of rough outings to begin, more a function of team play than his play, but Greaves is built. He looks like an all-star again.
Yeah, we know how hard he works and how prepared he is. We knew it was just a matter of time.
Kemmel out to the high slot, gets it back, right on for a Greaves save, and the rebound rattles into the corner. And spiked below the goal line. After it is Alex Campbell on the right wing wall. Slides it across the zone. Here's Joachim Kemmel, back out high, and gets the return pass. Another one-timer, and that might have hit Greaves right in the mask, as that's the second similar look. Back out to center now. Ryan Ufko gathers it in, gains the line, hands off for Kemmel to the middle of the ice as Sean was thinking about escaping up ice, and the veteran O'Reilly ticks off Pearson's penalty, and Cleveland's 1-for-1 on the kill. A chance for Schaefer in the slot as he dragged and fired, but now we've got a whistle and some late pushing and shoving as Schaefer and Ashan are into it. But the officials standing between them, and they will tamp this thing down before it pops off.
Roman didn't like the shot after the whistle. Just stepping in for Jet Greaves. Yeah, Jet did get hit in the mask. You're right there, Tony. He's got to go over and get a new buckle.
Well, you see the little dispute between Ashan and Schaefer. You know, Roman is not shy in that department, takes pride in defending his teammates. Well, fans want to remind you to give the gift of Monsters hockey this holiday season with the Cleveland Monsters Holiday Plan presented by the Cleveland Museum of Natural History. Get your choice of any 4 games plus free admission to the Museum of Natural History, tickets to Disney on Ice, Let's Dance, and a Monsters knit hat. Plans are on sale now at clevelandmonsters.com/holiday. We'll hear more about the holiday plans and everything regarding ticketing with the Monsters. We're joined later on in the broadcast tonight by Matt Callister, the Senior VP of Sales, Service, and Strategy for the Monsters. Heck of a golfer, too, John.
Yes, he is a very good guy, and he loves the game.
Yes, he does. Works at it.
Yeah.
Here's Greaves now. It looks like, is that his backup mask he's using now as the equipment staff is going to take a look?
Yeah, I don't see Matt Wentz on the... Maybe pick it back to
tinker with that mask that was impacted by a Milwaukee power play chance a few moments back. So the Monsters back to even strength. Now they'll look to establish in the O-zone. Here's Brindley swirling on the left side of his offensive end. Hands off for Sposal. Now the puck down low, taken away by the Admirals. Willsby gives it right back to Fix-Wolansky towards the slot. Swatted wide by Delbel Blues. Brindley after it there. Shoves his man. That was Mutter. Now this one up the left side of center. And touched in deep as the Monsters give chase. It's Marino against Juracek, and Marino comes up with the puck out to the left point. Dragging Willsby, fires that wide right of Greaves. Now controlled by the Admirals' Blankenberg as he skates around the zone. Another former Michigan Wolverine. Down into the corner, deflects in front off of Sposal. Greaves had to react, but thankfully the puck went wide. Blankenberg, the middle of the ice. Now Juracek intercepts a feed. Guides across the red line, flings deep. 6 minutes have gone by in this first period. Shots 3-2 for Milwaukee. Admirals breaking out up the left side. Here's their top scorer, Vinny Hinostroza, tied for the league lead in points with 19. Down to the right corner, then fed the slot, and the Monsters are going to sky this to center. It was Kuhlmans cleaning it up outside the blue paint. Back inside the Monsters zone. Hinostroza again, all the way to the corner. Leaves it there along the wall. Turning with it, Lucchini. He was met by Björkvik Holm for the Monsters. Now Puccia tries to dig it free. And in the open ice there, collision between Sillinger and Schaefer turns into a Monsters possession. Sillinger took the feed from Puccia, but now Milwaukee in control, at least long enough for Matejchuk to poke one towards Puccia, but a penalty. As the arm up for a delayed call, and we'll see who's guilty here. As Grimaldi appears to have taken a high stick, it would appear that the Monsters head for a power play when we come back. 13:21 left in the first, no score. Monsters and Admirals continue next on Rock Entertainment Sports Network.
For true Cavs fans, it's Bob Evans or nothing. Starting with their signature sausage, made with premium cuts of pork, this juicy crowd pleaser leads the team in farm fresh goodness. Also try a Bob Evans fan favorite, the #1 selling mashed potatoes. They're ready in no time, so your family won't miss a second of the game. Earn pro points on delicious Bob Evans sausage and side dishes at Discount Drug Mart today. The clock is ticking.
Discount Drug Mart saves you the runaround. You'll find everything you need.
The Cleveland Monsters and Lexus have teamed up to donate $10 per goal this season to the Monsters Community Foundation to support nonprofit organizations right here in Northeast Ohio. In addition, Lexus and the Monsters will donate a number of hockey goals at the end of the season to encourage youth in our community to develop a lifelong love for the game of hockey. For more information, visit clevelandmonsters.com/goals-for-gear.
Admirals and Monsters scoreless here on Rock Entertainment Sports Network, midway through period number 1. Now it is Pride Night here at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse, and now he's not playing in the game today, but we're honored to have Luke Prokop, a member of the Milwaukee Admirals, with us to celebrate Pride Night. He's the first openly gay player in pro hockey history. He's a pioneer and a brave guy, and we wish him all the best. Wish he was in the lineup tonight.
Yeah, a lot of courage shown by him, and breaking barriers.
Somebody has to be first, and that's, I know, something that, having read some articles about his decision to be open about himself and his way of life, that he takes it seriously, being the first guy to do that, and hopefully open doors for a whole generation of players who won't have to think about things like that when they come to the ring.
Yeah, a lot of pressure on him to break that ice.
So the Monsters now look to break the ice in the game as they are on the power play for the first time. And this power play has been lights out, 8 for 22 over the course of this 6-game winning streak. And that is well over 36%. Monsters working in the offensive zone. Lots of talent to choose from here on these two units. Matejchuk quarterbacks the top one. He'll feed Fix Wolanski, and then down near the net front. This is Sillinger twisting behind the net. Punches it towards Grimaldi. Is closing off on it is Kemmel along the far boards. And now this one out to the left point for Matejchuk. Snaps one wide of the net of Murray. Off the end wall, taken by the Admirals and cleared. Monsters power play all told third best in the league, 24.1%. And the penalty kill for the Admirals, third best on the road, 90.2%. Overall, just shy of 86%. That's still top 10 in the AHL.
You can tell right away how much Milwaukee forces in their zone.
Ice. Here is Buchik carrying all the way down to the hash marks. Feeds Jiricek, right wall. And off the shin pads of Delbel Belouse. Taken away. It'll be a shorthanded 2-on-1. Last man back is Spolsel. Schaefer across. Greaves with the save as the puck went right off his pad, straight into the air. The shooter just ran out of room. That was Ozzy Weissblatt. Back down now. Behind the Monsters net, the fans reacting around us here, Jock. They thought another penalty was coming to the Admirals as Cleveland carries to the O-zone. 15 seconds left in the power play. A clearance for Milwaukee. That'll just about do it on this first power play chance.
The fans are more alert than I am because I did not see anything.
Carrying is Svozil to snap a pass ahead that was intercepted in center. Now downhill, here comes Kiefer Bellows. Base the right circle, lifts one over the shoulder of Greaves and wide. Held in by Gravel, left point. Both teams 1 for 1 on the kill, 0 for 1 on the power play. Here is Malatesta. Scrapes one up the wall and held in at the right point. Now up for grabs as Gravel strides atop the left circle, shoots it, and it's straight into the glove of Jet Greaves, who hangs on. Got 11:03 left in this first period. The shots 5-2 for the Milwaukee Admirals. Hey fans, if you want to win 2 free tickets to a future Monsters game, make sure to send me a question at Monsters Hockey on X. And if we pick yours to answer on the air in our second intermission, you win. Just don't forget to include the Ask the Booth hashtag. You have to have that. You're going to win our Ask the Booth question of the night.
Another great crowd here tonight.
Absolutely. Loudville is open. And hockey fans fired up as we get towards the meat of the season. Shot came in right off the draw, and Greaves adjusted to it in time as it changed direction on its way. Back to Gravel, left point. Send it down to Hinestroza in the corner. Rink wide. This one tossed back to Ufko at the center blue. Moves to his left. Ufko on his backhand, down the left wing board, shoved into the wall by Ashan. Puck pops loose, straight towards the slot. Capturing there was Reed Schaefer, but now a quick whistle as Greaves was reaching for that puck. And that'll stop time with 10:37 to go in the first. Still no score.
The ref thought he had it frozen there, but it squirted through.
Draw will come to the right side of Jet Greaves here. Yeah, Greaves reaching for that puck. It was sort of pulled away from him there. He was around that right post with his palm of his blocker hand trying to secure the puck. There's Rocco Grimaldi. He's got an active 7-game point streak, 14 points, 5 goals over that stretch, longest active point streak in the league. He had 36 goals last season and was over a point per game in 72 appearances with Chicago. He's just one of the most dynamic offensive players in the league, and his addition for the Monsters here just cannot be overstated, its importance in terms of productivity.
He's so creative and so smart in the offensive zone. Had actually a slow start with the Monsters while he was hurt, so his timing was off a little bit when he first got started. You know, your conditioning, because he had a lower body injury, so it's tougher to stay in shape there. And he didn't go to a camp, so now he's starting to find his legs. And
here's Grimaldi, speak of the devil, turning and firing after Gaudette had a nice little trip through the O-zone. Another thing about Rocco, he draws a lot of penalties because his feet are always moving. Out to the center point. Here's a shot from Björk Holm that was blocked by Kemmel in sliding fashion. Now Kuhlman center point moving to his right towards the net. This one knocked down, taken away by Weissblatt, and then picked up by Blankenberg as he goes sharply off the glass. It'll be Björk Holm for Cleveland on his own blue line. So we're across the halfway mark of the first period. That puck turned over and now carried by Kiefer Bellows down the wall.
Good recovery by Ole.
Yeah, absolutely. He got back to take away that puck before a centering feed could materialize for Bellows. Back in by the Admirals. Kuhlmans has it behind the net. 9:15 left in the first, no score. Monsters move through center. Tossed up the right side. Brindley pokes at the puck. Rolls back below the goal line for Livingstone for the Admirals. And then up the right side, this one to center. Burst his speed. Watch out into the offensive zone. This one bounced wide. That off the stick of Alex Campbell. Campbell again. Back to meet Juracek behind the Monsters' net. Campbell on the right wing boards. Juracek follows him. Puck up for grabs. Battled for along the kick plate there. Juracek comes away and scrubs one out to the neutral zone where Fix-Polanski is trying to get through his counterpart Livingstone to no avail. It's back to the Cleveland zone. Campbell v. Juracek, and David wins that battle. Turns back against the grain there and met below the goal line Cal O'Reilly. But the puck loose for Madison Bowie. He'll feed it to Sillinger, who escapes with 8.5 left. Sillinger up ice and into the corner. This one taken away by O'Reilly. Now carried by Navrin Mutter. Mutter at center, dumps it in. And just a stride shy of the red line when he released that puck. It'll be icing as Cleveland tags, and the faceoff will come back into the Milwaukee zone. Hey fans, if the Monsters score on a power play, our friends over at Global Transport are going to donate $100 to the Monsters Community Foundation. Thank you to Global Transport for being a proud partner of the Monsters and assisting us in supporting our community.
Monsters fans remember Nick Blankenberg, who played parts of the last couple of seasons with the Monsters. Had a lot of injury problems when he was here.
Yeah, but when he was healthy, such a fun player to watch. Great wheels. Can really shoot the puck, help you on the power play, kill penalties.
Smart. Heady player.
Yeah, he can do a lot of different things. Looks like an offside entry to me, but they let it go as a shot came through and Greaves a blocker save. So that was released by Mutter from range. And Grimaldi around one man as this one bailed back into the Monster zone. Angelo for the Admirals pressuring Matejchuk there. The puck though sent deep by Cleveland. So we're under 8 minutes left in the first. Shot 7-4 Milwaukee, but no score. Out at center, Björk Holm collides with Lucchini. Lucchini in front of the benches, lost the puck. Puchis slid off the hip there, and up ahead, lunging for that one was Björk Holm. And this will be hoisted by Gravel back to center. Retreating a shot, goes off the wall, and now spiked deep by James Malatesta. Puck in behind the net of Murray, the Milwaukee netminder. Leaves it in the right corner for the Admirals, and then plays to center where Juracek possesses. And he'll toss it right ahead to a shot off a skate, though, Schaefer for the Admirals. Creeps into the Cleveland zone, surrounded by white uniforms. This puck off to the right corner where it's tucked behind the goal line by McCown. Racing after it is Corson Kuhlmans. Now it's Juracek, left corner of his defensive end. Juracek, tape to tape with McCown. McCown racing through the neutral zone. Feeds ahead for a Malatesta pickup. Back to McCown, redirected the feed, covered by Murray, and we will take a break. 6:59 left in the first period. No score. Thanks in large part to Jet Greaves. He's been sharp. With more ahead, stay with us. The Rock Entertainment Sports Network.
From Avon to Alliance, Cleveland to Conneaut, NOPEC is working to keep your natural gas and electric rates consistently affordable. We are 240 Ohio communities using our collective strength to buy in bulk and then pass the benefits along to you. For more than 2 decades, we've worked together to help you keep more of the money you earn. Just imagine what we can do together in the decades ahead. To learn more, visit nopec.org.
Rocket met with first-time home buyers to get real about buying a home.
When you don't understand the process, you don't know what steps to take.
Money is just scary to begin with. There's so many question marks.
I wish there was like a home ownership coach out there.
My name's Austin. I'm an executive at Rocket. We're doing a lot, but we can do more just listening to you today.
Get real solutions to real concerns. Call 800-4ROCKET.
Rocket Mortgage LLC, NMLS number 33, NMLSconsumeraccess.org, equal housing lender licensed in all 50 states.
Scoreless, 6:59 left in the opening period. Hey fans, Rock Entertainment Sports Network is hosting a box office buyout for the Monsters game on Black Friday. This weekend only, purchase tickets to see the Monsters take on the Marlies on November 29th, and RESN will cover the fees. Tickets start at just $9 through this limited time offer. Get yours now at clevelandmonsters.com/buyout. So happy to be with you on Rock Entertainment Sports Network. Here's James Malatesta and the Monsters looking for the first goal of the game here. Monsters and Admirals both with great records when they draw first blood. Both teams 7-1-0 in scoring the first goal of games. So we'll have to see who's going to break through. Down on the faceoff here against Weisblatt. As the puck drops and Malatesta helps get it back to the center point man. That's Juracek. Slides it back. Malatesta with room near the right point. Off that left toe of Marine into the corner. Sposal holds it in at the line. Then around the wall. Here's Joachim Kemmel. The puck came back across the Cleveland offensive blue line for Juracek to dump back in. Now handled by Wilsby for the Admirals as the Swedish defenseman starts up the left side of his own zone. Taps the puck ahead. Under the stick of Kemmel, it was untouched. Icing again against Milwaukee. Face off back to the offensive zone for Cleveland. Milwaukee Admirals, always a team, we talked about it before the game, Jock, off the air, that they're just in the playoffs every single year, and they're often getting past that first round. Carl Taylor's really carved out a nice sort of niche for himself as a head coach in this league. Milwaukee just is always competitive.
Yeah, they're always doing a good job at developing the young guys too, going up to Nashville. They're patient with their prospects, and they surround them with some good veterans. And they're in a tough division there too. Chicago and Rockford,
Grand Rapids,
but they find ways to make the playoffs.
Faceoff's going to come in the Cleveland zone here as a puck was played with a high stick. Now the Monsters will see Greaves. Watch this from the left side of his crease. Looks like his original helmet has been replaced. Took that shot right in the mask. Matthew Wentz, the assistant equipment manager for Cleveland, back to the room to get it fixed up. So he's back to the number one. You know, with goalies, little things like that matter, right?
Yeah, superstition. I think it must have been a buckle or something that broke, because if it was the main part, we wouldn't be able to use it.
Right. Puck all the way down ice. Another icing call here, although it sure looked like McHugh got there.
He was a step ahead of everyone.
McHugh with the new single game season high in penalty minutes from his last outing in Providence. We're got a little abuse of officials misconduct penalty there, but he's been a fun acquisition for this team. Monday nights, a lot of personality. He's popular in the room, and for the rookies, he's really kind of standing out.
Yeah, no, he's played well of the games I've seen, and he didn't start right away because he started with an injury also, but plays a solid defensive game. He plays physical. It's an added element that the Monsters love to see.
He's got his first pro fight out of the way in every year, so he's off the run. On the right wing boards into the corner, that was Pearson. Lost his footing, as now he tries to dig free from Gravel. This one up the wall, played in the middle of the ice by O'Reilly. Carried ahead by the Admirals into the offensive zone with the stick of Kevin Wall. Down to the corner. It was was canceled out by Matejchuk. Now loose and efforted there by Jake Gaudette, who's contributing deep in his defensive zone. Towards Pearson, this puck then pushed by Gaudette, back onto the stick of Justin Pearson. New Hampshire native finds the red line, dumps it in. 5.5 to go in the first period. And around the end boards, behind the Milwaukee net. Gravel shovels, Björkvik home pinches from the left point. Pearson tries to roll off that body check there. He found McHugh, and he'll skate it out to the left point. McHugh now clips it back below the goal line. And battling there with Ufko is Pearson. Pearson doing some physical work on this particular shift. Ran into Ufko. Keeps on ticking. Those two battle along the wall. O'Reilly arrives to try and dig that puck loose. And now it's back into a pile-up as Milwaukee will regroup. And with 5 minutes to go in this scoreless first, they'll play one through center. Campbell into the offensive zone without reinforcements. Curls off the left boards. Sends it to the high slot. Spun around and turning it over was Angelo. Now carrying through center. Here's Mikhail Pucha. Off to the right wing side for Kuhlmans. Back towards Pucha. It was under his stick. The outside of the net. Grimaldi in the area, but this puck swept rink wide. Angelo at center. Former Cornell forward grabs this puck out of midair. Enters the offensive zone. Barrels down the left wing side. And lost the puck along the hash mark there as Grimaldi takes control for Cleveland. And he'll knife his way forward. Across the offensive blue line. Around the left wing defenseman, that was Schneider. Now this toss back out for Spolzel. Spolzel carries and tries to find Sillinger in the slot. Juracek back across. Grimaldi waits and fires. First one blocked, second one on net, but not much on it. Gloved by the netminder Murray. He'll hold. We've got 4:09 left in this first period. Monsters stringing together some chances, but no goals yet. We'll have more first period action from downtown Cleveland next on Rack Entertainment Sports Network.
When you're craving delicious, crunchy snacks, reach for the brand you grew up with, Utz. Delicious snacks like Utz Ripple and Wavy Potato Chips, sourdough pretzels, or cheese balls. Utz snacks are made by the same family that's been in business for nearly 100 years. Cooked craft style with the highest quality ingredients, they're delivered quickly for the freshest snacks ever. Utz Snacks, the crunch that connects us all. Available at Discount Drug Mart.
Join the Monsters Hockey Club and secure your favorite seat location for every Monsters home game this season. As a Monsters Hockey Club member, you'll receive exclusive benefits like access to our ticket exchange program, members-only events, discounts on Monsters gear, and more. With a variety of membership options, there's a package for every Monsters fan. For more information or to join the Monsters Hockey Club today, head to clevelandmonsters.com.
4:09 left in the first period. Caught up with Trent Vogelhuber, Cleveland's head coach this morning. Asked him about David Juracek. We know what he can do when he's at his best in this league, but we asked Trent, what's his mindset upon being assigned to the Monsters?
We had a good conversation yesterday, and, again, nobody's dream is to be in the American League. But when you're here, you got to make the best of it, enjoy it, and we're going to do that with him, continue to push the areas of his game that need to improve so he can be an NHL player one day.
Good stuff there from Trent Vogelhuber. And Jock, that's the thing with Juracek. High draft choice, 6th overall. Has had his chances with the Blue Jackets, but the AHL can be a great thing for players in his situation. Just come down and pound it.
Yeah, you get confidence. You get feeling good about yourself again. He wasn't getting a lot of minutes in Columbus when he was dressed, so you kind of lose confidence and faith in yourself. But and this game is so much about confidence.
Yep, and down here you can play 20-plus minutes in every situation. You can get this thing headed back where you want it to go. And so the Monsters hope to play a big part in David Juracek getting back to Columbus ASAP. Pass through center under the stick there of Gavin Brindley. 3.5 minutes left in this first period. Lucchini for Milwaukee to his left. Here's Hinostroza. Awfully dangerous forward for Milwaukee. This puck to the middle of the ice, now thrown to center. Bell Blues tried to put it on a tee for Fix Polanski, but Blankenberg drops to Hinostroza as the Admirals in control now. 3:18 left in the opening period, no score. Each team 0 for 1 on the power play. Dumped in by Weissblatt. After it there in the right corner boards, that was Matejchuk. Puck scooped loose, forced up the wall by Bowie. Now this one heaved at by Ashan. Leaping was Mateer in the left point. Malatesta challenged him, but Schaefer away with it. He'll scrape it to the Cleveland zone. Matejchuk retrieves. Sends it below the goal line, picked up by Bowie. It's been a great deep pairing here. The veteran Bowie, a Stanley Cup champ once upon a time, long career, and the rookie Matejchuk. They've been a nice compliment to one another.
Yeah, what a guy, nice guy to have around too. Madison Bowie's such a nice kid. Well, not so much a kid anymore, but he's a really great guy to have around.
Pro's pro, for sure, no question about that. Here's Coolman's right side of center. Drops one around the end boards. This one off his seam, now picked up by Milwaukee. Just 2:20 left in this first period. Gravel dumps it in. This one off a stanchion, came right out in the Cleveland slot, but Coolman's all over it. And now forced up by McCown. Lifts this one to center. This building is so busy, it's changed over constantly. Had a concert in here last night. Tomorrow it'll be a hockey rink and an NBA basketball court. So the Monster is familiar with the quirks, no doubt. This one out to center, thrown back to neutral territory where Gaudette will dump it in. Under 2 minutes left in the opening period. Shots 8-5 Milwaukee. Not a ton of great chances to score in this game. Admirals have had a long layoff, just like Cleveland has, so both teams kind of easing into this game.
Both teams are stingy on the defensive end, so you can see why they're being successful, both teams, with their defensive play.
Big scrum here. Puck loses momentum until Juracek plays it to McHugh. He'll hoist to center. Oh, and it checked up. Just unable to be kept moving forward there by Pearson. And now here are the Admirals turning up ice with 1:20 left in the opening period. Hillsby across the line, relinquishes the puck. Here's Puget in the middle of the ice. Sillinger hits the offensive blue line, left circle, fires, and a glove save made there by Murray. Hangs on. It'll be an ozone face-off. Sillinger's been a great bellwether for the Monsters this year. Jock, he's sitting right now on 99 career American League points, but I just think it's a little telling when he scores a goal, the team's 5-0. When he's got a point, the team's 10-1. It's just one of those guys that seems to be an indicator for Cleveland.
Yeah, and he's so consistent so far this year. And he does all the little things that coaches love to see.
Fourth leading scorer on the team, 1 point behind Fitz Wolansky. 5 goals, 14 points so far for Sillinger, playing on an NHL contract this year for the first time, taking a huge step. 1:03 left in this first period. Monsters send one towards the net of Murray. He gloved it, let it go. Up the boards, Bowie retreats, but now he'll fire that one off the stick of Mutter, and that'll ricochet into the netting. Another ozone faceoff coming up. 53.5 seconds left in this first period. Nice to catch up with my counterpart, Aaron Sims, the voice of the Admirals. Haven't seen him in a couple of years, but it's great to see Milwaukee back on the schedule, isn't
it? They've always been a good rival over the years. And,
it's always fun going to Milwaukee, too.
Yeah, it's a great town, great town.
Couldn't agree more. Face off right side, ozone, pulled back. Here's Blankenberg for the Admirals. Final minute, first period. This one carried to the blue line, Gravel to the offensive blue line. This one drifts back to the Cleveland zone. Bowie took a hit from Lucchini. Now this one heaved by Pucha. Loved at center by Gravel. Onto the stick now of Schaefer for the Admirals. Loose puck in the neutral zone. Monsters bat it forward. This one played out of the reach of Pucha as he was between the circles for a moment. Stalking is Grimaldi there, but the puck around the perimeter. Able to be taken away by Schaefer. 20 seconds left in the period for the Admirals as they escape, but now without a stick. Sillinger lost his, Schaefer lost his as well. And the Monsters will play through the neutral zone towards the Milwaukee line. Kicks back to Matejchuk in the Cleveland zone. He's got 5 seconds left in the opening period. Grimaldi at center. He's going to put it on net. Murray the save, and that'll do it. Horn sounds, and the first period is over. A little bit of a, I don't know if it was hesitant, but sort of a calm opening period for both teams, Jock. No score, shots 8-6 Milwaukee after one, but neither team has really had that burst, that spark yet in this game.
No, they're just sort of feeling each other out, seeing what they're going to do, and Milwaukee plays a defensive style game, so they really clamp down.
Well, in just a moment, we will hear outside the Monsters locker room from Gavin Brindley. He's going to join us after his first AHL period, courtesy of Labatt Blue. We've got a lot coming up in our first intermission report to talk about too, but Admirals, first look at them. Does anything really jump out at you about how they're putting together their solid record this year?
They're very aggressive in their own zone as far as, when you got puck, control of the puck, they're coming at you.
All right, let's go downstairs now. Gavin Brindley joins us, courtesy of our friends at Labatt Blue. And Gavin, there you go, your first period in the American Hockey League. How did it match up to your expectations and what you've heard about the AHL?
Yeah, it's been a while. It's definitely good to be back out there, and it's a lot of fun just to be playing again. So it's, like I said, it's good to be back out there.
Gavin, Jock here. How are your nerves this afternoon? I know you've played a pro game last year with Columbus, but you know, your first game this year, and it's been since last year since you've got to play.
Yeah, definitely a little bit of nerves, a lot of butterflies, which is good, and just excited to play again. I mean, this is what I've wanted to do my whole life, and finally getting back out there, so it's good.
So first time on the ice in front of this crowd with this show here at the Fieldhouse. What's it like down there? You know, a little different than college, right?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Great atmosphere and great group of guys, which helps a lot. So it's been, it's been awesome so far, and hopefully we get it done.
And then Gavin, real quick, what do you think your team needs to do better in the second period?
Yeah, I just think pucks are balancing. I think just keep it simple, get pucks in, and get to our forecheck. I think that's we got a lot of guys that are quick and can get up the ice. So the more we pressure their D, the more times we're gonna get the pucks back. So.
Well, Gavin, thank you for this. Good luck.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, that is Gavin Brindley and the Monsters, who are scoreless with Milwaukee after one period tonight. First intermission report is next. Stay with us. It's Monsters Hockey on Rock Entertainment Sports Network.
At University Hospitals, we're here for the Cleveland Monsters. And we're here for our area's youth hockey teams.
Let's go!
As the official healthcare partner of the Cleveland Monsters, we're here for fast skating, precision passing, and every athlete in Northeast Ohio. With expert sports medicine and world-class everyday care to keep everyone reaching their goals.
Goals are my specialty.
We're University Hospitals, and we're here for you.
From Avon to Alliance, Cleveland to Conneaut, NOPEC is working to keep your natural gas and electric rates consistently affordable. We are 240 Ohio communities using our collective strength to buy in bulk and then pass the benefits along to you. For more than 2 decades, we've worked together to help you keep more of the money you earn. Just imagine what we can do together in the decades ahead. To learn more, visit nopec.org.
Physicians Ambulance is the most advanced private ambulance company in Northern Ohio. A family-owned and operated company in its 3rd generation, providing life support and critical care transport for hospitals, nursing homes, your Cleveland Monsters, all Cleveland professional sports teams, universities, and Cleveland's largest health network. Focusing on individualized care and customer service, Physicians Ambulance has been redefining pre-hospital emergency care.
In, and that could be after we just leave the game rink at 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, and then we'll have to be back at the practice rink 6:30, 7 a.m. to get ready for the next day.
It's long days, you know, every day is a different day coming in, so you never know exactly what you're doing that day. But it's always great coming in and being the last one out, because you know when you're there, you're getting your stuff done. And you might not be the first one out, but hey, you're still doing your job and you know you're prepared for the next day.
I mean, obviously it takes everybody to pull together to make the game happen. Players obviously are the most integral part of the game, and that's our job, is to make sure that they're healthy and get what they need to perform on a day-to-day basis. On a game day, yes, the hours can be definitely long. We get here, typically we're between 7 and 7:30. Morning skates at 10. By the time the guys get out of here and we reset, it's usually 12 or 12:30. Get a few hours downtime, and then we're back here around 4 ready to go. Guys start rolling in. And that can go anywhere from them getting a treatment for an injury they're dealing with to just some general maintenance, which may require soft tissue work, stretching. As game time gets closer, then we're into taping them, and then the game obviously occurs. We're on the bench. Our biggest fears on game nights are always the catastrophic or horrific injuries, needing to backboard or dealing with some major cut or something to that extent, which we train and practice for as a medical staff. We actually did our on-ice training last night. We had all of our paramedics and doctors and game night staff here, so we can run through situations, hoping that they never occur. And then the game ends, and post-game we're evaluating players, treating players, and then we turn around and do it all again the next day if we're playing back-to-back.
I think the athletic trainers, honestly, just the whole staff here, everybody's really awesome, and if we need something, everybody's really quick to jump in and help out. Obviously, we work really closely with Bowen and Seth, and if we don't have a good partnership there, then things get kind of tough, right? So it's been really great with them. They've been really good.
At the end of the day, again, we're all tight-knit. We spend a lot of time together, and we have good relationships because of it. And I think as long as we keep helping each other out when needed, I think nothing's ever going to change between that.
Every single one of these guys in this room have the utmost respect for us. They're wonderful to work with. They work so hard on the ice, and hockey is such a physical, tough, long sport to where I get to see them deal with what they have to deal with on the ice, and it makes me want to push even harder in the training room to do what I have to do to make them be better, feel good, comfortable, and ready to go on the ice.
Well, those guys do so much important work. Great to get a moment to highlight the equipment and athletic training staffs. No Score. We'll have more after this from Cleveland on Rock Entertainment Sports.
Rocket met with first-time home buyers to get real about buying a home.
When you don't understand the process, you don't know what steps to take.
Money is just scary to begin with. There's so many question marks.
I wish there was a home ownership coach out there.
My name's Austin. I'm an executive at Rocket. We're doing a lot, but we can do more just listening to you today.
Get real solutions to real concerns. Call 800-4ROCKET.
Rocket Mortgage LLC, NMLS number 33, NMLSconsumeraccess.org, equal housing lender license in all 50 states.
Howdy, Pilgrim. Mayflower, Mike, Thanksgiving dinner DeMatto here, inviting you to our Heartland Holiday Homecoming celebration, only at Nissan in North Homestead and I-90 Nissan. You're always welcome to come join our big Nissan family. Our holiday table is set. You'll be stuffing your pockets with incredible savings. Are you kidding me? At Nissan in North Homestead, and the North Homestead Auto Mile, and I-90 Nissan, Sheffield Village, because the deals are so good. See us online today at bignissan.com.
Another Medicare mailer and another Medicare mailer. More Medicare mailers.
John, why don't you just go to Discount Drug Mart?
Yes, Discount Drug Mart. It's Medicare open enrollment time, and we all know how complicated choosing a Medicare plan can be. Not with Discount Drug Mart. With your list of medications, Drug Mart's pharmacies can provide a free Medicare plan consultation, allowing you to select a plan that best fits your needs and saves you money. Discount Drug Mart saves you the Medicare runaround.
Fires, and it's just wide rebound. Back to him, and it's Cylinder. He scores! Don't miss any of the hardest hits, biggest goals, and most sensational saves the Cleveland Monsters have to offer on the team's new TV home, Rock Entertainment Sports Network. Tune in free and over the air on channel 22.1, and for Spectrum customers, Rock Entertainment Sports Network is now a part of your cable package on channel 979. The Monsters' full TV schedule is available now on clevelandmonsters.com. Milwaukee nothing, Cleveland nothing. Through one period of play, getting ready for middle frame action. Welcome back to Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse and Rock Entertainment Sports Network with Jock Callender and Tony Brown back here with you. And You know, Jock, that first period, we didn't have a lot of goals. It doesn't mean we didn't have a lot of highlights, but the goaltenders were the story in the early going, for sure.
Yeah, they were tested a little bit. Nothing like a real good chance, but there were some okay chances, and both goalies were right there ready to go.
Well, let's take a look here at some of those saves made. Jet Greaves using his head on a couple, but just steady. I mean, not really a lot of grade A chances or anything like that, but a couple of odd man rushes, some good team defense, but really it's up to the goaltenders in a situation like that, and both answered the call.
Yeah, both goalies were good, but the defenses on both teams were really good, and they kept the shots to the outside and kept them more in the perimeter so that the goalies didn't have as much hard work.
Yeah, a little bit of a physical game too. We talked about it, Jock. Milwaukee's a team with some decent size. You know, the Monsters love to defend one another. So a little bit of rough stuff there, but even in that department, these teams don't know each other yet. And that first period's just about sort of setting the tone for this season series. Let's take a look at some of the numbers here. Shots pretty close, special teams identical, face-offs pretty close, nothing much to draw from there.
No, it was a close period all around. I thought Milwaukee maybe had a little bit more zone time than the Monsters, but overall I thought it was pretty even period.
Did you notice anybody in particular on either side that jumped out at you, having a strong first frame?
No, I mean, I thought David Juracek was moving the puck really well. Matejchuk was Matejchuk. So smart and never panics. So I like their game. Ole Bjorkvik-Holm was played very well so far this season. After spending most of the last couple seasons in the East Coast League.
Yeah, he's been great all year. Let's now check back in on how the Monsters can be built for success tonight, presented by our friends at Rocket Mortgage. What about Juracek and Pucci? You mentioned David, but how about Mikhail? What'd you think of him in the first?
Yeah, he had some nice plays and was his normal self. He's so good defensively, so aware out there, making some nice little plays along the boards that just some people don't see, but he's so good at all those little plays.
And then in terms of the specialty teams, each team had a chance, but really not a lot going on for either power play.
Yeah, both penalty kills did a really good job, and I'd like to see the Monsters get more pucks to the net on their power play, and then hopefully they get another opportunity.
Well, let's hope for some goals in the second period. We'll take a break, and after that middle frame action, Monsters and Admirals continue. This is Monsters Hockey on Rock Entertainment Sports Network.
The Minute Maid family of companies presents Trans-Siberian Orchestra, the Rock Holiday. Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
At University Hospitals, we're here for the Cleveland Monsters. And we're here for our area's youth hockey teams.
Let's go!
As the official healthcare partner of the Cleveland Monsters, we're here for fast skating, precision passing, and every athlete in Northeast Ohio. With expert sports medicine and world-class everyday care to keep everyone reaching their goals.
Goals are my specialty.
We're University Hospitals, and we're here for you.
Hey Monsters fans, time to face off. The 2024 hockey season has arrived and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the sellies this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Monsters games, Cavs games, or any live event in Cleveland, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the Cleveland Monsters. The most disruptive idea in ticketing, a ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
Weaving, fire, he scores!
Monsters fans, be one of the first to experience the all-new Caesars Rewards Club at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse, featuring all-inclusive food, beer, wine, and soda. 10-game plans, group outings, and single-game tickets with access to this exclusive club are on sale now. Upgrade your next game day at clevelandmonsters.com/Caesars. Monsters Hockey. Fear the depths.
This is what it's all about.
1350 The Gambler, WARF, Akron, Cleveland. Download the free iHeartRadio app for all your favorite music, radio, and podcasts.
served our country. Nominate your hero and they can receive free tickets, a special recognition, and a player meet and greet. Nominate a service member or veteran for our Hockey for Heroes program today at clevelandmonsters.com/heroes. Back with Jock Calendar, Tony Brown with you on Rock Entertainment Sports Network, looking ahead to what's going to be a great second period, hopefully with lots of offense, at least on one side of the ledger here. But without further ado, let's get into our out-of-town scores, shall we? As the Monsters are not the only game across the AHL tonight. Manitoba beat Chicago and Winnipeg 4-2. 2-0 Toronto after 2 against San Jose, and then Rochester hosting Utica 1-0 Comets in the second. They're looking for their first win of the year. Springfield will be in Hartford later. Laval heads to Belleville. Bridgeport hosts Charlotte. Games coming up later tonight. The Hershey Bears, two-time defending Calder Cup champs, head to Syracuse. Providence plays host to Lehigh Valley. And the Rockford IceHogs are in Austin, Texas, as Henderson and their head coach Ryan Craig, former Monster captain, hosts Abbotsford tonight. Ontario, California is in San Diego. And Tucson plays host to Calgary, way out west. So, Jock, this second period for the Monsters, you want to establish something in the first 5 or 10 minutes. If it can't be a goal, what does it need to be in terms of the style of play?
Just more forecheck. Be more aggressive in the offensive zone. Get some cycles going. Get your legs moving. Get some energy.
Well, we'll see what the Monsters can do to start this second period. The building revving back up here as the Monsters take to the ice. Stepping out are both teams now and crisscrossing in the second period. You deal with the long change, something to be aware of. But really, these teams are looking for who's going to provide that first little bit of ignition that this game needs to get going.
Yeah, the Monsters need to definitely get some more O-zone time, some more cycle. They're going to have to break Milwaukee's D-zone, which is very aggressive.
Do you think you saw a little bit of that week of practice, not along, several days without a game? Did you see some of that in the first period for Cleveland?
Yeah, maybe a little bit of rust, but I thought as the period went on, it got a little better.
Well, we will see what the second period looks like here as Jet Greaves loosening up in his goal crease. There's Justin Pearson, a guy who was so incredible for Cleveland in the playoffs last year, off-season knee surgery. Trent Vogelhuber has talked about him this season, saying, look, it takes time to come back from that. You know something about that. Trent knows something about that. It's a lot that, fans don't see that players are sometimes dealing with, and in the early part of the year, that's something that Justin's had to contend with.
Yes, and it wasn't just one knee, it was both knees.
Right.
So that doubles the fact that, it takes a little time to get going. Justin's such a hard worker. You see spurts of it. He just needs to get a couple bounces, get a couple goals, and then his confidence will, like we saw in the playoffs, his confidence just soared.
Yeah, he's a really important player, and for him to be down on the fourth line right now just tells you how many options Cleveland has in the forward group. Monsters are going to begin with Sillinger, Grimaldi, and over on the right side, Mikhail Pucha as the puck is down at center, and we're underway in the middle frame of this one. From Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse in Cleveland with Jock Calendar, I'm Tony Brown with you on Rock Entertainment Sports Network. Monsters in their white uniforms, right to left in the second. Milwaukee and Navy left to right, top affiliate of the NHL's Nashville Predators. And there you go, icing just 8 seconds into the period. And an O-zone face-off for Cleveland as Sillinger is going to try to pull this back to Matejchuk on the left point. And he does just that with some help from Pucha. Matejchuk down the left wing board, spinning away. Grimaldi to the slot. This one intercepted and thrown through center. Rocco is well-traveled in his professional career, and one of the teams he spent some significant time with, Milwaukee. So say that a lot with the Monsters' opponents here, but he's a guy who's seen a lot in the NHL, the AHL too, and had an outstanding career.
Yes. He's kind of a hired gun around the league.
That's right.
Someone's looking for offense.
Forced up the left wall. This puck rolls to center. Here's Ufko. Back to Gravel on his own blue line. Just underway in the second. Looking for the game's first goal. Sillinger able to hand off. Here's Stanislav Svozil. Always got that mouth guard hanging out of his mouth there. I'm sure his dentist is not thrilled with that approach, but it's a signature look.
Yeah, it's a Steph Curry look.
That's right. We don't say that name around here too much, but this one thrown back into the offensive zone. And now, watch out. Hashan nearly had that one dumped right into his face. Up ahead, here come the Admirals. Ball into the ice was Kimmel as he sent that shot on. Breed's able to make the save, and the Monsters avoid taking a penalty. Here's Jiricek now, out to center, tape with Malatestas. Stomps on the gas pedal, he'll fire. High off the glass, a deflected shot stays in play. Now it's Ashan having this one thrown past him off the glass. And retreating is Jiricek to his own zone. A little shoulder-to-shoulder bump there with Marino, and now the puck forced up and out on the stick of Malatesta, who can really fly. Gains the blue line. Nice feed rink wide. Here's Gavin Brindley. Brindley spins off a check. Off the wall, back across the zone, hoping for Del Bel Blues. And that deflects into the crowd, and hopefully everyone's all right and was paying attention there. Let's take a look at that close call there for Joakim Kemo. As dove to the ice, but it was mostly his doing. No trip on the play. Sposel did a good job to avoid a penalty.
Yeah, it was a nice move by Kemo to get that shot off, to get to the inside.
He's off left side of the O-zone for Cleveland as Breeds watches from the opposite end of the ice. Milwaukee takes that draw and slides the puck all the way down. Breeds comes out of his net. They're forced to play it as Campbell really closed quickly on that puck.
Not sure. Must have been touched because they waved off icing. Ole was definitely going to be the first one to that.
Right. The wall held in right point. Livingstone for the Admirals through traffic. That one clipped off the left toe there of Greaves. The inboards back out left point. Big drive, and this one knocked down in the slot as it goes out of play, and that'll stop time. 17:45 left in the scoreless second period. Fans enter the Monsters 50-50 raffle online at monsters5050.com and win big from your seat or at home. Proceeds benefit Great Northeast Ohio Charities and the Monsters Community Foundation, but you can't win if you don't buy a ticket. So get yours now at monsters5050.com.
50-50 gets rolling some games.
Yeah, it's much higher percentage play than a scratch-off ticket if you're in the market. Monsters back into the offensive zone now, send the puck deep. These two teams still looking for that first goal. Slid ahead to Anthony Angelo, sends deep, past Bowie, who is challenging. Now it's Matejchuk decked below the goal line there, and that will elicit a penalty. It was Marino, and now over in the corner you got Mutter challenging. Looks like Cleveland's Pearson there, but it was Marino who ran over Matejchuk. He was not in possession of the puck there, and that's an easy call.
That's a dirty play right there. And a headshot too.
There's Angelo chatting with Jake Gaudette. But again, it was Marino there who lined up the puck carrier, well, not even, but the guy who was closest to the puck, and that was Matejchuk. Let's take a look at the replay. You see Matejchuk here behind the net. Yeah, puck was gone by the time that check came in.
Yeah, he didn't even touch the puck, and plus it was, if he did have the puck, it would have been a headshot as far as I'm concerned.
Maverick Mutter going after Pearson, so good news is that Matejchuk looks fine, and the best revenge is a power play goal. So let's see what happens here for Cleveland as Marino takes a seat, and the bad news being delivered to Kevin Gravel, who's advocating for Milwaukee with one of the referees here. They'll give a charge to Marino. Could have taken your pick there.
Yeah, there's three different options on A, B, or C.
So this is a big chance for Cleveland. Want to step up in defense of Matejchuk. Matejchuk none the worse for wear. Out there with Grimaldi, with Brindley, with Sillinger, and Fix-Polanski. How much skill do you want on one unit? Here's Grimaldi with a high clap, and that one handled by Murray. Tossed out of the zone and back to center as Matejchuk's going to retrieve it deep in his defensive zone.
I love Rocco's mentality of shooting. It's very similar to Trey Fix-Polanski in that department.
And there's Fix across the line all the way down as he and Gravel tangle on the end boards. And now a penalty's coming up again. And a hooking call. Is this one going against,
Brindley. Is
it Brindley?
Yes.
Well, too bad. Monsters will see their power play extinguished. And now it'll be a minute 36 seconds of 4-on-4, followed by a very brief second Milwaukee power play. So take a look at Brindley here in the foregrounder. That's Fix-Polanski. Brindley coming around the net. Yeah, well, Kemmel sells it a little bit.
Yeah. Got to keep that stick down, though. Anytime it gets up around the hands or anything, they're going to call it.
So Brindley for the hook. Now it's 4-on-4. Face off to the right side of the Monsters' defensive zone. Just a 24-second power play for Milwaukee on the tail end of this 4-on-4 situation. Draw to the right of Greaves. Swept back in his direction, but wide. Here's Juracek. Reversing course, sliding one to Del Belbaluz. He'll hand off to Pucha. Left wing entry on his forehand. Toe drag, and he fires. That one floats wide off the leg of the Milwaukee defense. Pucha swats back left point at Svozil. Svozil across to Juracek. Juracek atop the right circle. Hands off along the wall. Del Belbaluz to the high slot. Lifts up the stick there. Taken away by Milwaukee. They'll send one off the corner boards, and Greaves with an alert play out of his crease to poke that one as it carried him perfectly back to the slot.
That was a set play for Hinostroza to grab it off the wall, but Jet read it very well. A lot of times you don't see goalies come out there.
Well, in Providence, Jocko, in that first game on Friday, Greaves broke the ankles of a defender there in overtime, setting up the OT winner for Matejchuk. So we know not only can he play the puck, but he likes to. And Matejchuk being recognized in the arena for becoming the most recent AHL Howie's Hockey Tape Player of the Week. 7 points in 4 Cleveland wins with 2 overtime winners. It's a good way to win the award.
Sounds like forwards numbers.
Now he's been productive. This one taken away by Milwaukee deep in their own zone and backhanded wide there by keeper Bellows. Now the puck back down into the corner. Taken away again, this time by Kemmel, but the Monsters strong on their stick, pry it loose thanks to Madison Bowie. Sillinger tracking through center. 55 seconds left in the 4-on-4. Puck rolls away, Bowie following it. The Admirals take possession. Pass comes up the right side. Bellows at center, dumps it in. Rattles around the end wall. Back out to Sillinger on the right side, middle of the ice. Here comes Grimaldi. Meets the offensive blue line 2-on-2. Creates some room. Back to the slot. Turns against the grain. A backhand look. And this is off the stick of Upco and out of play. But always excited when Rocco Grimaldi's weaving inside the offensive blue line. Hey fans, bring your family to a Monster game without breaking the bank with the Monsters Family Value Pack presented by Main Event. Each Family Value Pack includes 4 Monsters tickets and 3 Main Event game cards. Select packs even include Monsters Pop-Its and loaded concessions value. For Family Value packages starting at just $15 a seat, visit clevelandmonsters.com/family value.
These two teams getting a little dislike for each other already. Kemmel and Sillinger doing some talking and pushing.
11 seconds left in the 4-on-4. Here's a shot for Björkvik Holm. Got everything behind it, but wide. Now it's Kuhlman's near that right point. Back center blue for Ole. That puck taken away, and now a penalty coming up against Björkvik Holm. Marino steps out of the box as Cleveland touches the puck. And it will be tripping against Björkvik Holm and the Monsters as Ole shakes his head on the way to the box. He doesn't agree. It'll be a 5-on-3 power play for Milwaukee. Here's the penalty. Yeah, I mean, tripping, I don't know. Maybe interference.
Interference, yeah. He got put in a tough spot. A bad pass to him at the bouncing pass. So now it's a 5-on-3 for 23 seconds here.
So 23 seconds away from Brindley's penalty ending. There's Denton Matejchuk. He is one of 3 Monsters on the ice right now. It's Sillinger and Madison Bowie. Early stages, second period, still looking for the game's first goal. One back to the center point. Hinostroza strides in and denied by Greaves. Glove save for Jet there. Hinostroza picked his spot, and Jet in perfect position.
Yeah, he walked right down the pipe here, and draw was one perfect to him for good stick there by Sillinger. They'll force him to a worse angle. He had a better angle as he was coming down, and Owen just put his stick out.
Gotta love it when the goaltender makes the save, though, from a stationary position. It means he's tracking perfectly and locked in. Still 5-on-3 for 20 more seconds. One back to Blankenberg, center point. He will drag and feed Hinostroza down into the right corner. This one is for Lucchini at the net front. Now dished out, left circle. Kemmel shoots. Saved by Greaves. Rebound stop. Swept into the corner. And Milwaukee on the scene again. 3 seconds left before the end of Brindley's penalty. Slid down left wing wall. Here comes Gavin Brindley quickly out of the box. Hinostroza circles the zone. Carries behind the Monsters net. Out left point for Joachim Kemmel. Back across. Here is Blankenberg. Moves to his left. Drags. Looks for a shooting lane. Feeds Hinostroza. Back out high, one-timer, Blankenberg, Greaves with the save, and the Monsters clear. They're a minute 15 seconds away from even strength.
Great job by Jet. 3 big saves on that on that 5-on-3.
From behind their own goal line, Blankenburg and the Admirals break out. Hinostroza gains the offensive blue line, swallowed up by 3 white jerseys. Puck into the left corner of the Cleveland zone. Milwaukee slides it back out. Here's Blankenburg to his left. This is Bellows. Blankenburg again out high. Here's Hinostroza right circle. Behind his heels to Blankenburg. Back to Hinostroza right wall. Blankenburg at the blue line. Looking to his left. Settles a puck on edge. Drags and waits. Now feeds Hinostroza. Fakes the shot. Turning towards the slot. Lucchini spikes one, but it's up and out of play as Greaves challenged there with the stick. And the puck finds the netting.
I think Stan Svozil got his stick on and deflected it up as the low man was trying to come to the net.
Good eye, Jocko. Exactly
here.
what happened.
Right here, he gets this. Oh no, it was Kuhlman's. Corson Kuhlman's a good stick there.
Another guy, much like Björk Holm, that has blossomed this season before our eyes for the Monsters. Corson Kuhlman's first-round draft choice out of the University of Wisconsin. Didn't have as much opportunity to get into the lineup last year. Different story this season. He is thriving. 30 seconds left in the PK for Cleveland as Juracek spearheads a shorthanded rush across to McHugh in the left circle, and back down low for Hunter McCown. Pokes the puck away from Ufko. Now it's able to be picked up and carried by Reed Schaefer. Got it to the middle of the ice. O'Reilly back to Schaefer. As Weissblatt to his right. Schaefer at the top of the Cleveland circles. So the puck roll into the corner. O'Reilly now off to the far side of the zone. 8 seconds left in the Cleveland kill. Ufko to his left. This is Campbell. Campbell rink wide for Weissblatt. He couldn't reel in the pass. And now out of the box comes Björk Holm. The Monsters 3 for 3 on the kill. And still scoreless here. They're back to 5-on-5 in terms of manpower.
Good job on the PK there. The 5-on-3 Jet had to come up big, but after that the PK was solid.
This puck dumped into the right of Greaves. Back is Kuhlman's in the right corner. Puck behind the net, able to be scooped up by Jake Gaudette. Gaudette forward. Kuhlman's carries. Hits the center red. Feeds to his right. Here's Ashan. On his offhand, tries to shake around Wilsby. Gets it down low, below the goal line. Monsters in control. Gaudette turning out towards that left circle now, out of the box, or out of the net rather, for the extra attacker on a delayed call against the Admirals is Greaves. As Milwaukee touches, there's the whistle, and Cleveland's going to have a power play when we come back. Midway through the second, Monsters nothing, Admirals nothing. But for how long? Let's find out after this on Rock Entertainment Sports Network. Cleveland to the power play midway through the second period. And there's a good look at your reigning AHL Player of the Week as Denton Matejchuk over a point per game as a 20-year-old rookie in this league. Chuck, that is just not something you see very often.
Especially on the back end, and he is so composed out there when he has the puck. When he's going to get the puck, he knows where everyone is. He knows exactly what to do when he has the puck. Just a very high hockey IQ.
Oh, yeah, and it would be crazy to have expected this kind of a start to his first full pro season, but after those 4 playoff games where he slid right into the Eastern Conference Finals for Cleveland last year after his junior season, I mean, he kind of felt like anything was possible with this kid. So impressive.
Yeah, he learned from that and took that home this summer and built off it.
Yeah, great piece on the AHL League website by Patrick Williams about Matejchuk. If you want to check it out. Chance towards the front of the net. Falling down Sillinger. Bumped off possession. Monsters maintain the puck. Grimaldi out high. Matejchuk shoots and a glove save. Murray tracked it through traffic there. Scoops in the glove. Another ozone draw coming up.
Yeah, nice shot there by Matejchuk. A lot of traffic in there. We had white shirts in there, so never a bad play to get it to the net.
And he's willing to shoot the puck. His 6 goals, his 2 overtime winners, 1 in each of the Monsters' last 2 games. This one drawn by Milwaukee towards their netminder. Murray covers again. Face off in the same spot. Brindley in the slot. Grimaldi and Fix-Wolansky along the right side of the right circle. Puck sent around by Milwaukee, they'll clear. Blowing a tire at center was Matejchuk. Reeves is back. Had to leave that puck in the corner. Got away from him there in the restricted area. And Matejchuk starts the breakout. Hits Fix-Wolansky. Back to Sillinger. Sillinger behind for Grimaldi. Received that with his bottom hand only on his stick. Up ice, here comes Fix-Wolansky. Face the left circle. Rink-wide feed behind Sillinger. Monsters have to regroup again. Down to 1 minute and 10 seconds left on their 3rd power play. They're 0 for 2 and the game scoreless. Thrown deep. Matejchuk grabs it. Milwaukee changes all 4 penalty killers. Matejchuk creeps out of his own zone. Drops the puck back for Grimaldi. Rocco Grimaldi through the center circle. Hits the offensive blue line. Slides it down the wall for Brindley. Shoved into the far boards by Wilsby. And Milwaukee again turns and fires all the way down ice. Monsters get the second unit on for the last 45 seconds of the power play.
Get much going there, not much zone time. Milwaukee really pressures on their penalty kill.
Here's Delbel Beluz across the Milwaukee line. He's got Malatesta and Puccia with him. Svozil and Jiricek on defense. Puck out to Svozil. Cross to the right point on his forehand. Jiricek, center blue Svozil. Feeds Delbel Beluz. 4 power play goals to lead the Monsters. That's top 5 in the league. Svozil center point. Jiricek dragging right circle. Poked away from him. And the Admirals will enter on Schneider's stick as he fires. That one off the shoulder of Greaves. Big stop. Picked up by Cleveland. 8 seconds left in the power play. Milwaukee's got control again. Weissblatt, right circle. Waits, goes short side off the outside of the near post and bounces into the netting. 1 second left in the power play. Not much going on this man-up unit for Cleveland this time.
Really having trouble on the entries.
There's that knuckling shot there. A great look at it from our crew here. That came off the stick of Reed Schaefer and was rolling. It can be tough to judge for a goaltender when it doesn't come off the stick flush.
Yeah, the puck's been bouncing a lot. Never a bad idea to shoot. It's on a roll. You see one of the best, best goal scorer of all time, Ovechkin. He's always firing it if it's rolling or whatever. And then dips and dives on the goaltender.
Yeah, he is closing in on a record I don't think any of us ever thought would be broken. It is incredible what he's doing at his age this season for Washington.
And then it could be done in a shorter time, too, right, which would be even more remarkable.
Campbell run into its center. The puck rolling behind the Monster goal line. Officially 3 for 3 on the kill are the Admirals. This puck now onto the stick of Coolmans. Hit from behind on his own line was Pearson there by Livingstone. O'Reilly back to Gravel and ahead. This one into the Cleveland zone. Monsters controlling. Admirals changing. Breaking out. This one onto the stick of Pearson. Carried ahead by Gaudette. Pushed against the grain by McHugh. Delivers it back to the offensive blue line. This is Coolmans. Floating one in front of the Monsters bench. Picked up by Ufko for the Admirals. And that puck got away from him. Pearson sends it in. Deflects on net. Will be saved by Murray. Now the Monsters make changes. We're officially halfway through the game with no goals. Here's Ufko into the offensive zone. Leaves it. Marino's shot. That one blocked. And a trickle down the slot. Played to the perimeter. Marino back to be challenged there along the wall by Hunter McCown. Taken away by Navrin Mutter. Mutter down the slot. Tries to connect with Angelo right corner. Now the puck is kicked around off shin pads, but Matejchuk can't grab it. Angelo delivers to Mutter. Right wall. Now out center point. Wilsby, did the puck come to center? His shot hit the crossbar, but I believe it was offside. As the whistle came in, hard to hear, but we will take a break. 9:13 left in the second period. Monsters scoreless with the Milwaukee Admirals as it's getting physical on Rack Entertainment Sports. Monsters and Admirals still looking for the game's first goal midway through the second. Hey fans, do you know a Monster fan 12 or younger? Enroll them in Monsters Kid Nation, presented by the Cleveland Museum of Natural History. It's the official kids fan club of the Monsters. Sign up for free or choose the MVP option for exclusive merch and access to special events. To register, head to clevelandmonsters.com/kidnation. And Jocko, there's a big Monster fan right there.
One of the biggest.
My son Dylan and my wife Katie enjoying it. Best seat in the house.
Yeah, and
she's going to kill me for that shot.
He'll be looking forward to the intermission for the Zamboni.
Yeah, he's waving around his chicken nugget right now, so he's having the time of his life. There he is. Zamboni is the main draw. You're right about that.
Absolutely.
He's going to ride the fan cruiser tomorrow.
Oh, awesome.
Puck rolls back to the Cleveland zone, and away we go. Monsters into the offensive end. It's 5-on-5. Here's Sillinger. Burst of speed. Backhander saved by Murray. The rebound there for just a moment for Grimaldi. Swept back right point towards the net. That one bounces wide for Bowie. And here's Pucha flinging one towards the net as this one goes off the corner boards into center as Bowie is going to regroup.
The Monsters' best chance right there.
Taychuk ahead. Pucha puts it on Grimaldi's tape. He's down the left boards into the O zone. Pulls up at the hash mark, goes across the ice. Bowie turns and fires. And that one off the stick of the goaltender Murray. Cleveland surging now. Here's Svozil down from the point. Short side hits Murray in the helmet. Something about that net. Now back to the right point. Long shot glances wide for Juracek. Reeves got hit in the cage when he was between those pipes. Now Murray has too. Here's Juracek at center. Delivers Delbel Beluz. Grimaldi got off just in time. Delbel Beluz had room. High glove. That one sails just wide.
Great shot by Svozil. There was a little opening there over his shoulder, Murray's shoulder, but he got it just a little higher.
Here's Svozil from Juracek to the net. Brindley got a piece of that, ends up wide. Back to Svozil, left circle, he'll fire again. And that one right on for a save by Murray. Brindley back out to Svozil. Monsters with their best shift of the night. Juracek to Brindley, back to David Juracek at the left point. Feeds across the zone, Svozil on his offhand, right circle, backdoor, Brindley fires! Oh, how did it stay out? Diving was Murray, and the puck bounces free as Milwaukee clears.
It might have hit Fixie, I think. It hit something in front.
Icing against Milwaukee, it hit Trey's skate.
Yes, hit Trey's skate, and then Del Bell had an open net if he wouldn't have swung and missed.
Take a look back at the replay. You see on the left side of your screen, leaping Fix Wolanski. It hit him in the skate blades. And then, yeah, it was a baseball situation for Delbel Beluz, but Brindley thought he had it.
Fixie in the toe.
Gaudette will take the draw. Close, but no first American League goal quite yet for Brindley.
Nice job by the Monsters on that last shift. A couple great opportunities.
Puck to center after a Milwaukee faceoff win, but McHugh grabs it. Puck sent to Pearson, right corner, around the end boards. Off to the left wing wall. Turning is Björkvik Holm into the left circle. Hands off for McHugh. Now it's Gaudette at the line. Jake Gaudette down the left wing boards, base the left circle, carries behind the net, tries the wraparound, save made, rebound, and score! It's Justin Pearson on the doorstep. Finishes off Gaudette's wraparound try, and the Monsters break the ice at long last. It's 1-0 Cleveland.
And that's what you want to see. We just talked about it. Justin Pearson, get him a little bit of confidence, and we'll be going. And Delbel Beluz.
Action here following the ensuing draw. Milwaukee is going to have a little burst you'd expect here. As this puck loose to the right corner. The Cleveland zone, that was Bowie taking a shoulder-to-shoulder hit. Now the puck out high. In the slot there, this one given away, and the Monsters have numbers if they hurry up. Here's Matejchuk. He was fed by McCown. On the right wing boards, throws into the corner. This one now. Back off the kick plate, will be forced to the wall once again. Hemmed in by the skate blades of Malatesta. Comes away loose with possession. Secondary assist there to Björkvik Holm, by the way, for Cleveland. So Paroli, that's his first point of the season. Good for him. Thrown in deep by Joachim Kemmel and then slung down Matejchuk. Another penalty coming up here. But who's it on? Interference is called.
On Matejchuk, I think. And that
boy.
Milwaukee guy threw him down, wrapped his arm around and threw him down.
That's why I was so confused, because there's just no way. But Matejchuk will take a seat, and the Monsters to the penalty kill. 6:11 to go in the second period. Milwaukee's going to have their fourth power play of the game. And they will have an opportunity to try and tie this thing up after Pearson's go-ahead goal for Cleveland. There's Matejchuk in the box. 6:11 to go in the second period.
He was attempting to hold him up, but the guy was by him and just kind of spun Matejchuk down.
Puzzling. Face off to the right side of the defensive zone for Cleveland. McCown on the draw with 6:11 left in the second. This one lifted out of the D zone, scaled the distance. Stopped up to the right of the netminder. Murray handed off to Ufko. Interference to Matejchuk, allegedly. Into the offensive zone. Nice gap control. Sillinger stepped in the way of that pass. On the puck off the skates is Sposel, sure-handed in clearing down ice. There's 6 to go in the second. Shots now in Cleveland's favor. 15-14. That's one thing about the Admirals. They really don't put a lot of pucks on net, averaging under 26 per game. 31st in a 32-team AHL. Monsters up ice with a shorthanded entry. This is Sillinger. Plays keep away and feeding Koolmans, who backs up into his own zone from center. Worse Koolmans will clear. 5:20 left in the second. Minute 10 left on the Monsters' kill. Handled by Ufko for Milwaukee. Hits his own line. Throws to his left. Dumped in by Lichini. Puck rolls to center. Here's Blankenberg, careful to let the player he was replacing get off the ice before he touched that puck. Now Cleveland takes away and McHugh clears. Well, too bad for Ole Julian Björkvik Holm. He doesn't get the secondary assist. They just announced a change. Max McHugh had that secondary helper, but regardless, a 1-0 Monsters lead. They're protecting for 40 more seconds on the kill.
Oh, he doesn't have to get points to play well.
That's true.
He's doing all the defensive things, really battling hard this year. Making a lot of smart plays.
4:46 left in the second period. Monsters with a 1-0 lead on Milwaukee. 35 seconds left on the penalty to Denton Matejchuk as the Monsters worn a lot of uniforms already this year. This is their Blue Jackets themed alternate jersey they wear for these Blue Jackets nights throughout the season. Pretty sharp look. Reminiscent of their NHL affiliate. Blankenberg dumps in from center. 25 seconds left for Milwaukee on the power play, and Jed Creeves, who needs a penalty killing unit, clears it himself.
He's gotten so much better at handling the puck the years he's been here from his first year.
I'm sure it has a lot to do with Brad Thiessen, the Monsters goaltending coach.
Absolutely.
On the off chance he might be listening. Blankenberg ahead into the O zone. This one sent through to the right corner of the offensive end for Milwaukee. Hinostroza hammered by Björkvik Holm. The penalty's over. Monsters 4 for 4 on the PK and still leading 1-0. We've got 4:05 left in this second period.
Oh, he got away with one there.
Here's Grimaldi breaking out, finds Pucha, and now it's Koolmans at the red line, dumped in. Behind the goaltender Murray, mishandled for a moment, recovered to feed Gravel. Spins away from Pucha. He's got Grimaldi to deal with. Pass to center for Marino. Weak side, this is Ufko striding through the neutral zone and an offside entry. How was that not offside? Shot right circle from Mutter, gloved by Greaves. We had 2 Admirals 3 feet inside the zone by the time that puck hit the line. 3:38 left in the second. Monsters with a 1-0 lead late in the middle frame. Stay with us on Rock Entertainment Sports Network.
right, she's Team Blue. We're going to watch that card off and see if you get that $50 gift card. Here we go. Get a big sponge. Oh, you get a T-shirt!
Monsters with a 1-0 lead thanks to Justin Pearson over Milwaukee late in the second period. Hey fans, Rock Entertainment Sports Network is hosting a box office buyout for the Monsters game on Black Friday. This weekend only, purchase tickets to see the Monsters take on the Toronto Marlies on November the 29th, and Rock Entertainment Sports Network will cover the fees. Tickets start at just $9 through this limited time offer. Get yours now at clevelandmonsters.com/buyout. Monsters with a 1-0 edge. They'll look to add to it here late in the second. Back to 5-on-5 for now. Jock Callender, Tony Brown with you on Rock Entertainment Sports Network. Here's McHugh to his left at center. Sposal up ahead, tape to tape with Gaudette. Offhand right wing carry, slides it towards McHugh. Lunge for the puck. Off the end wall, scooped up by Milwaukee. It came back to Sposal left point. Now at center, Juracek finds Gaudette. And the Monsters on the attack again. Gets around the corner on Gravel. Carries behind the goal line and then takes a hard hit from Gravel as both players went tumbling. McHugh staples his man Ufko below the goal line. Pearson arrives to try and dig that puck loose as Gravel extracts it, and now Gaudette in possession. Wrap around, and it came to Pearson, and from point-blank range, off of Murray and out of play.
Almost a identical play as the last one as Gaudette came and wrap around, and a little bit different positioning for Pearson here. He was right in front of the goalie, not off to the side, but had a great opportunity, a good blocker save.
Yeah, it's becoming Jake's go-to move when he's behind the net there. We've seen it often this year, using his good size to his advantage. It's become a really important player. That fourth-line center role on any team is really important. Just ask Trent Vogelhuber, who once was that for Cleveland.
Yeah, and Jake's, putting in quite a bit of offense.
Draw one back, center point. Matejchuk drags, feeds to his left. Fix Wolinski, one-timer, he scores! The franchise trade. Fix Wolinski makes it 2-0 Monsters late in the second.
Well, he had some power on that. The goaltender got a big piece of it, and then it just rolled over his pad. But what a bomb by Trey. Nice play by Denton Matejchuk, pulling everyone over to him. Firing it. Oh, it hit the blocker, and then went in on Murray.
Secondary assist going to go to Del Bel Blues. Made a good play off the draw. Primary to Matejchuk, and for Fix Wolinski, who scores at 17-13 in this second period. That's his 7th of the season to tie Roman Ashant for the team lead in goals, and it's his 16th point as the Monsters lead 2-0. Big goal late in the period.
Yeah, now the Monsters have to finish this strong this last 2.5 minutes here.
So Cleveland with a touch of breathing room now. They'll dart through center. Matejchuk on the left wing boards, shoved into the wall. Now below the goal line, Wilsby sees this played onto the stick of Livingstone. Back to Wilsby, following out of the defensive end for Milwaukee. Monsters take it center. You can see they've got a little burst of confidence here as they'll head deep into the offensive zone once again, leading 2-0. Thanks to the most recent Cleveland goal from Fix Wolinski and the first from Pearson. Now a long stretch feed ahead. Schaefer to Hinostroza in the slot. And a good chase down play there by Koolmans as the puck rolled to the corner. Back out left point, Livingstone. Moves to his right, drops off. One-timer from the point, saved by Green, stops the rebound. Then he gets hit as falling to the ice there. The whistle blows. Jet is writhing right now. It was Reed Schaefer that shoved him. And the Monsters trying to respond to that. But a couple of great saves, including one on Mateer from that left point as Greaves is locked in.
Yeah, great save, and then we're going to see here.
Yeah, left pad save, follow-up save, and then there's that shove as Greaves abandons the goal stick, falls back to the goal post. Again, that was big Reed Schaefer with that late poke.
Schaefer's in the penalty box.
As he should be. That's a slash, right? You come in on the goaltender like that.
Yeah.
So now this is a potentially perilous situation for Milwaukee here to take a penalty like that this late in the period after the Monsters score a couple. Now Cleveland with the power play for the remainder of the frame and a chance to really transform the game heading into the third.
Yeah, great job by Jet keeping that out. Koolmans also made an awesome play on the back check.
So off the face-off, Monsters working here. Unsportsmanlike conduct is the call. Down to that right corner. Fix-Wolanski in front off the stick of Sillinger.
They really force high here.
Back across the ice. Fix-Wolanski to the right point. Rolled away from Grimaldi. Back to Fix-Wolanski inside the offensive blue line.
Milwaukee forces so high. You got to get the puck down low and then make plays. That Fixie was coming to the net and try to get it to Sillinger. There was a 2-on-1 down there because the puck got down low. With the Milwaukee, 3 guys come up high there to try to take everything off top away.
1 minute left in the second period. That's Jock Callender breaking it down for you. Monsters with a 2-0 lead, looking for more. Taychuk down the left boards. Puck taken away. Grimaldi prevented a full clearance. Slides around one man. Then took a slash that he felt as though should have warranted a penalty. Grimaldi delivers now to Brindley. Brindley into the offensive zone. Brindley with an assist on that goal to Fix-Wolanski. By the way, his first pro point. Congrats to him. All the way back down behind the net of Greaves. And he'll lead from Matejchuk now. 30 seconds left in the period. So Fix-Wolanski at 17-13 from Matejchuk, and they say Brindley. Stelbell Blues off that draw made a good play too in his own right, resulting in the goal. Another clearance from Milwaukee. Puck in behind the net here. This is Greaves to his right. And then fanning on a pass ahead was Svozil, but now just 5 seconds remain as the puck is poked at center. Back to Svozil, enters the zone. Pucha whiffed on a shot, and that's it. The horn sounds, and the period concludes, but not before the Monsters scored twice. At 12:55, Pearson second, and then Fix-Wolanski after that at 17-13, his 7th to tie for the team leading goals with Roman Ashan. So, Jock, this game is built as it's gone on, but that period built as it went on too, and the Monsters now look like they're really firing on all cylinders heading into the third period.
Well, the first 10 minutes of that period were similar to the very first period. It was pretty even, a lot of defensive play, and then the Monsters had that one big shift by the Delbo Blues line with some good opportunities, and then the Gaudette line came out right after and scored, and then the Monsters kept building off that energy.
Yeah, let's talk about forward depth on this team. It's not just the top 2 lines that have contributed all year long. It's come from all 4 lines. That really makes a huge difference when you look at the broad scope of a team.
Yeah, the forward depth is really, really big on the Monsters team this year. They've got everyone pitching in, not only defensively, but offensively.
All right, speaking of offense, let's go downstairs. Courtesy of Labatt Blue, we're joined now by Trey Fix-Wolanski. He had Cleveland's 2nd goal, and Fixie, take us through that sequence and your 7th of the year.
Yeah, great draw win by Delbell. We were kind of running on a different play, but it was a clean win. Dents walked the line, and I just tried to find some space and let one go, and it was fortunate enough to go in.
Fixie, the first period and a half were pretty tight defensively, and then all of a sudden your line actually got things going. You had quite a few good chances before Jake's line came out and scored. What got you guys going there? It seemed like everyone was stagnant for the first 30 minutes.
Yeah, I think we knew we had more to give, and just getting pucks behind their D and then forechecking, getting them back and running our cycles and just kind of holding on to pucks and making plays. I think that's kind of what we were missing, and then in that shift we turned the tides and got a couple chances, and then Pierce was able to bury one the next shift.
What have you seen from Gavin Brindley in your first game playing with him?
Yeah, it's been great. He uses his speed, has a great shot, thinks the game well. Kind of got in his way of his first goal there, but hopefully he can get another one.
Well, Trey, thank you for this. Good luck in the third.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, that is Trey Fix-Wolanski. He appeared courtesy of Labatt Blue, and with that, the Monsters with a 2-0 lead, getting ready for our second intermission report. More in a moment. Stay with us. It's Monsters Hockey on Rock Entertainment Sports Network. every year. We're going to talk holiday plans in just a moment, but let's just talk about the general attendance for the Monsters. It's been remarkable over the course of the last, say, 10 years, the way it's grown, but 14,000 people on opening night, and a crowd like tonight, it just keeps building and building.
Yeah, it's incredible. I mean, you and I are old-timers in this business. We've been around a long time, and to see this brand and business grow the way that it has, and last year averaging over 10,000 fans a game and the highest attendance in 25 years in the AHL, just amazing. The Monsters may be turning Cleveland into a hockey town.
I think it's always been a hockey town, Cal, but I think you're right. Monsters making huge waves across this busy sports marketplace, and it's thanks to the efforts of you and your team on the ticket side for sure for Cleveland. All right, let's talk holiday plans. You got Black Friday, but after that, you've got the holiday season around the corner. What do you get when you get a Monsters holiday plan?
Well, I came bearing gifts for you and Jocko. I know you get chilly up here on the perch, but this year it's amazing. We've partnered with the Cleveland History and Natural Museum, or Cleveland History and Natural Museum, and they're offering all fans that purchase a holiday pack free tickets to the new museum when it opens here on December 14th. You also get access to free tickets to Disney on Ice, the Monsters knit hat, which you saw, which is amazing. And you get to pick any 4 Monsters games on the calendar, which is incredible. And we've got some amazing games coming up in the second half of the season, as you know. So it's always a fan favorite this time of year around the holidays when you can bring some folks out to a Monsters game, whether you're a fan or not.
Yeah, and it's a great way to get people interested in the Monsters who maybe haven't been. I'm telling you, with the team looking the way it is, you're going to want to get familiar heading into hopefully another playoff run. All right, this is Matt Callister, Monsters Senior Vice President of Sales, Service, and Strategy. Last one for you, Callie, before we let you go. Monsters Hockey Club memberships. It's a great way to sort of become a part of this outstanding community. What do fans need to know if they want to get involved?
Well, we are going to be starting to sell our memberships already for next season, right after the first of the year. We've seen an incredible influx of members join in over the past few seasons. Obviously, last year's playoff run was a big part of that. But our team is raring to go and ready to get folks signed up. Our membership base is the reason we have the attendance that we do. They're super passionate. They love the Monsters. They live and breathe Monsters hockey every day. We can't wait to get started again for next season.
Nicely done, partner.
All right,
Good
brother.
stuff. Jocko's out of a job. That's Matt Callister, Senior VP, Monsters Sales, Service, and Strategy. More ahead, including third period action. 2-0 Cleveland on RESN.
Additionally, fans can now donate to create their own
it was a season off, I believe.
Yeah.
Or it was a season off before the Monsters. Then before the Barons, it was the Lumberjacks.
Right.
Both
IHL.
in AHL and IHL. I believe 1 year. No, they moved to Houston, and then it became the AHL. So they were the IHL Lumberjacks here. Before the Lumberjacks, there was a big break, and there was the Crusaders, the NHL Crusaders.
WHA,
yeah. And then before that, the Cleveland Barons, the renowned
NHL Barons, the AHL Barons for years, playing at old Euclid Arena? Or?
Yeah, 9 Turner Cups.
Not bad.
Incredible teams.
Johnny Bauer. Before finally breaking through, there was Kevin Brindley's near miss. Spix-Wolanski tried to get out of the way, but here's the first Cleveland goal. Justin Pearson on the back door.
Yeah, great job by Gaudette, taking it hard to the net. Rebound comes right out. Justin had to just tap it in the open cage. There we go.
Second of the year for Pearson. That sort of gave the Monsters the fuel they needed to come up with this play, as this one stuffed back out to the blue line and Matejchuk by Del Bell Blues, and there's Spix-Wolanski. How many times have we seen that release in this building?
Yeah, he can shoot the puck, and he thinks shot first, and then Matejchuk there, he pulled the Milwaukee players away from, a lot of defensemen just stand there and pass it from there. Instead, he moved away from Fixie and passed it over.
Numbers pretty even there. Monsters, slight edge and face-offs. Both teams have had power play chances, haven't broken through quite yet, but Cleveland again leading 2-0 through 40 minutes of play. Let's check back in on how the Monsters can be built for success in tonight's game, thanks to our friends at Rocket Mortgage. And Jocko, we talked about Jiricek and Pucha arriving. Have you seen those guys sort of assert themselves yet?
Yeah, they're playing well. I mean, Pucha, you're not going to see a lot of offense from him, and he just does all the little things, plays well on the penalty kill, defensively. He creates some things, and then Yuri's played solid. Him and Svozil are a solid tandem out there.
Yeah, and they've been on the special teams as well, as we mentioned. Monsters without a power play goal yet, but of course getting their chances, getting their looks. It has been a lot to like in that department.
Yeah, the penalty killing has been very good for the special teams. So, killed that 5-on-3, and they've done a good job on the penalty kill. The power play, not quite in a groove yet here tonight.
Well, we'll see what the third period has for us here, but the Monsters take a 2-0 lead with them into the final stanza. We'll be back with that next on Rock Entertainment Sports Network. Monsters with a 2-0 lead on the Milwaukee Admirals through 2 periods of play. Welcome back on the verge of third period action here tonight at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. Well, back in our Rock Entertainment Sports Network broadcast booth, Tony Brown here with you alongside my partner, Jock Callender. Jock, let's talk about this third period. So the Monsters have a 2-0 lead. That's great. Milwaukee's a team that can score goals. They've got Vinny Hinostroza, among the league's leading scorers this season, and many other sources of offense, too. So what's the key? When you have a lead going into the third, it can almost be a trap situation sometimes.
Yeah, you don't want to sit back here early. You want to get on the offense, get on the forecheck, kill more time down in their zone, and then you don't have to worry about it. But you don't want to give them any momentum here early in the period.
And the best way to do that is keep your foot on the gas pedal here, try to go get that third goal for sure. Any of these forward lines particularly standing out to you so far tonight? I mean, everyone's contributing, but is anyone sort of leading the charge in your mind?
No, I think they're pretty even. I mean, I thought the Del Bell Baloo line was got things going with the energy, and then bang bang, the Cylinders lines played well, Gaudette's lines played well. So they're all chipping in, and they got to continue because Milwaukee's got some depth, so they got to all play well.
There's Owen Sillinger with 99 career AHL points. Also approaching a milestone, Trey Fix-Wolanski. He just scored earlier in this game his 93rd career American League goal. Therefore, it's 93rd goal with the Monsters. No player has ever scored 100, and that would be a big deal if he was able to do that, certainly on that pace with 7 goals already this season. But just a reminder of what an achievement it is for him to put up these numbers over such a great run with the Monsters. He's, lives up to the moniker. He's the greatest scorer to ever wear the jersey.
Yeah, he's so consistent. You know, you're getting effort from Fixie every night. Sometimes he doesn't do as much, but more games than not, you're seeing him put up numbers.
Yep, and the fans have just developed such a connection with him over the course of his, half a decade here with Cleveland. It's just a fun thing to watch play out over the years.
You saw the very first games he played in the playoffs against Toronto. He had so much energy, so much pizzazz, and he's continued that on. He doesn't seem to lose his love for the game.
Little trivia, do you remember his original number with Cleveland? He's worn 64 ever since, but do you remember?
I do not, and I should know because I get the jerseys made. But
he was wearing number 16 way back in the day. It was jarring. I saw that on a highlight. I'm like, what is going on? But his iconic 64, Monster fans have come to appreciate his scoring, his celebrations too. And thanks to his goal, Cleveland leads 2-0 as the puck is down at center, and we're underway in the third period of this one. From Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse with Jock Callender, I'm Tony Brown on Rock Entertainment Sports Network. Monsters in white from left to right here in the third, and in navy from right to left, the Milwaukee Admirals of the Central Division. Through the neutral zone, Lucchini dumps in for Milwaukee. This one around to Hinostroza, right corner, batted back to Lucchini behind the net. Hinostroza right side to Lucchini once again, shoved down by Bowie. Puck taken away by Schneider. Schneider walks it out, high slot, hands off to Wilsby, strides in and fires. Had some room, high glove, but missed. And it's back out to the point where the Monsters muscle it over the line. That was Sillinger. Now carried back in by Wilsby and Milwaukee. Right circle, good shot, but a good stick from Juracek too. Blocked it as the puck stays in play. Here's McCown now, getting around a man on the zone entry. Gravel nearly lost his footing. McCown feeds Ashan. Ashan gonna shoot, sharp angle, save made Murray. Rebound back to Ashan. Now Juracek with a one-timer, and that one off the mark into the corner, but the Monsters maintain control. Juracek, right circle, Ashan back to Juracek, whipped on another one-time blast. This is now Svozil moving atop the circles. Feeds across, one-timer, Juracek that time. It's released on cue and saved by Murray.
He doesn't care if he fanned on that one. He's going to throw the bomb out again. He loves shooting. He's got a great shot from back there, especially one-timer.
Yeah, and he loves it too. 3 attempts there, and he got that one off. But so much fun to see him just load into shots when it's in his wheelhouse.
I think the first one he had to shoot a little wide because of the defender block in the shot lane, but I think he saw someone at the side of the net too, maybe a shot pass there.
It's so interesting to me because we talk all the time about adjusting. As here's Coolman's in the high slot, his shot goes high and wide. Adjusting when players go from the AHL to the NHL, but it's also a really kind of abrupt adjustment to come down to this league It's just a different style of play.
Yeah, it's not quite as organized. There's a little bit more chaos. And
here's Bjorkman Cole for the center point. He scores! Ole Julian Bjorkman Cole. He's got his first of the year, and it's 3-0 Monsters.
Good for Ole. He got his assist taken away, but he came across. He walked that line so nice. Took a nice wrist shot to the net, off the post and in. Great job.
1:48 of the third period, time of the goal for Ole Julian Bjorkman-Holm. And it is not his first in the American League. It's his second in the American League, his first of the year, as Bjorkman-Holm showing a little bit of release from range there at the center point, and the Monsters get that big third goal.
Yeah, the boys on the bench are giving him love. They know how hard he's worked to get in the lineup. Had a couple up and down years going up and down with the East Coast League, but he came into camp this year and he wanted a spot.
The juice is loose. OJ's on the board, and the Monsters have a 3-0 lead. As the fans love him, his teammates love him, and like we've talked about, Jock, he's just made great strides this season. Fun to watch his development.
That's the start the Monsters wanted to that period. They had Milwaukee hemmed in for a couple shifts. That's what they want to do.
Shot by Blankenberg here, just trickles in front of Graves, no problem. He's able to cover up. 17:43 remains in this third period now. Bjorkman-Holm's another guy we've had a chance to watch him develop too. If you remember, he first came to Cleveland in the COVID-shortened season, right? And then he went back to junior after that.
Yeah.
But, highly touted at the time. I remember talking to Steve McCarthy about him, just saying, we're glad to have him, and he's got a high ceiling. And so now we're seeing some of that these, 3-4 years later.
Yeah, and that COVID year we saw a lot of guys. I think it was a little thin in the league with not everyone playing and stuff, but we saw a lot of players look really good, and then when we came back the next year, when everyone was back involved, it was a little different.
Yeah, weren't playing in practice rinks anymore, that's for sure. I remember Tyler Angle, another one of those guys, a big splash that COVID year. Here come Milwaukee into the offensive zone as the Monsters have a 3-0 lead thanks to Ole Julian Bjorkman-Holm. Puck pushed up the left wing boards. Monsters poke it out to center. Here's Pearson. Stops on a dime at the center red. Feeds back to Jiricek. Jiricek through center. Knocked down Pearson. Forced ahead. Here's Gavin Brindley with another assist. As Del Bel Blues gets the primary on the goal for Bjorkman-Holm as Monsters PA announcer Jason Sokol announcing that latest Cleveland score. Here's Campbell, down deep for Milwaukee in the Monsters zone. This one chipped off the glass. Lunging here is Pearson. Piles into his man there. That was Wilsby on the left point. Now Campbell behind the net. Reverses for Wall to the slot. This one over the stick of Livingstone. Came back to center. Able to be handled there by Anthony Angelo. Now it's dumped back in by the Admirals. It's his behind Greaves. Picked up by Bjorkman-Holm. Takes out of the way of a hit to find Pearson. Now Sillinger gains the offensive blue line. Drops off to Grimaldi. Now Kuhlman's right circle, shoots, and it's off Angelo's stick and goes out of play with 16:27 left in the third. Monsters just brimming with confidence right now as they make their way into the O zone.
Yeah, they were moving through the neutral zone quick. The defenseman jumping up into play. Both Ole started that play, jumped up, and then Cools got involved later in the play. Brindley made a nice pull up, and then pull up out just inside the blue line to hit Kuhlman's coming late.
Those two guys, Kuhlman's and Bjorkman-Holm, have become a heck of an anchor third pair for Cleveland here. Long shot, Kuhlman's blockered away by Murray, and now the puck in behind. Picked up by Milwaukee. Fed to Navrin Mutter to the middle of the ice. Angelo at his pass. Go off the legs of Puccia. Now it's Mutter for the Ads. Up ahead, Marino. Gains the offensive blue line, turns against the wall. Delivers down the dasher. Mutter tried to play it to the middle. This is Angelo tucking back behind the net. Mutter met by Bjorkman-Holm. These two cancel out behind the Monsters net. Then Grimaldi getting underneath Kyle Marino there and scooping this puck forward for Puccia. We mentioned it a few times the last couple of games, Jock, but such a great history of kind of small forwards here with Cleveland. Grimaldi's another one, can get underneath body checks. Back out high, Sillinger, blocker save Murray on a long wrister.
Hard to to play against because they're low center of gravity. They're hard to push off, even though you could be a way bigger. Well, you look at Fixie and Rocco. They're both thick. They're not short and skinny. They're
Right.
bowling,
Sturdy.
They're bowling balls.
Yeah, much like former Monster captain Nathan Gerby before them. Just such power in the legs there, and they use it to create so much leverage despite not the most height. Off to the right side of the O-zone, Hinestroza to the middle of the ice. Return to him, swats it. This one floats on Greaves. Nice save, nice poke of the rebound out of harm's way as well. Now this one trickling in front of Greaves and offered wide by Lucchini as Jet had to scramble back to the left post. Here's Blankenberg down the left wall. This is the biggest push for Milwaukee in recent history in terms of this game. Lucchini's pass to the middle as Cleveland's defense heaving deep breaths here as the threat continues for the Admirals. Hinestroza right side through the slot. This one picked up Lucchini. Lucchini's shot towards the net, blocked by McCown. Sean can't get this one to center as Mateer fired wide.
You're tired here.
Bounces out to Blankenberg, down to a knee to hold the zone. Puck loose in the slot. Hinestroza tries to center, and McCown will finally flip this one all the way out through center, and Malatesta forcing the issue against Weissblack, knocks him down as the Monsters change 4 out of 5. This one bounces away from Brindley, but he jousts a bit there with the defenseman. That was Bellows, or rather the forward for Milwaukee, and now up ahead. Admirals controlling the offensive zone. Turning is Joachim Kemmel. Puck pushed away by Brindley. Will be picked up. Del Bel Belouz beats ahead to Fix Polanski. To his left, Del Bel Belouz left circle, but it's offside. As the puck deflected just behind Del Bel Belouz. We'll take a break. 13:48 left in this third period. Monsters with a big goal. They lead 3-0 on Milwaukee on Rack Entertainment Sports Network.
Peach, all right, we'll give him Peach. He came up with, he had 11. So let's see how many Luca Del Bel Belouz came up with.
Monsters with a 3-0 lead on the Milwaukee Admirals midway through this third period. Before we get back to the game, time now for our Blue Jackets report, brought to you by Hospitality Staffing Solutions. Big win for the Jackets in overtime over Tampa Bay on Thursday. Former Monster Zach Werenski with the game winner there. Next up is a date tonight against Carolina. Very strong team in the early part of the season, but Jock, the Blue Jackets working through it under Dean Evison this year. They've shown a lot of heart.
Yes, they have, and they're really creating a lot more offense early in the year than we're used to seeing. But they're battling hard. You know, they've come a long way from last year.
They have, and nice to get Kent Johnson back off injured reserve here recently. And of course, needing roster spots, they sent down Juracek and Pucha to Cleveland, so the Monsters benefiting from that. As that last puck out of play, we'll have another draw right in the center circle here. So Cleveland, after the Björkvik home goal, is first at 1:48 of the third. Del Bel Belouz and Brindley the assists. Leaves Cleveland up 3-0. How about Gavin Brindley, first American League game? 2 assists.
And he's definitely noticed him out here tonight.
Milwaukee dumps into the offensive zone. Monsters now throw through the neutral ice area. Tracks all the way down. Ufko able to carry past Del Bel Belouz for Milwaukee. Lost control, spun around. Able to connect there with Kemmel. Kemmel fires off the rush, blocked by Juracek. Back to Kemmel, trying to get into the front of the net. Went off the goal stick of Greaves and is cleared down. And the puck rolls on edge, so this will be icing against Cleveland. And a face-off back to the Monsters zone. Hey, fans of the Monsters and Cavs have teamed up again this season with Tito's Handmade Vodka to support Assists for a Cause. For every assist made by the Monsters and Cavaliers this year, Tito's will donate $10 to West Creek Conservancy to help protect and restore our region's natural habitats. Go to clevelandmonsters.com/assists for more details on how you can get involved. $5,710 raised already. Not too shabby.
Yes.
Draw one back by Milwaukee. Livingstone to the middle of the ice. That one pounded wide, and then off the end wall. Greaves has lost his goal stick there as the puck finds its way to Juracek in the corner. He'll connect now with Spolzel left side. This one up the wall and nudged by Fix-Polanski to center as Greaves has his equipment back in hand.
Good job by Juracek. Being alert there and getting that stick back to Greaves.
Now this is pushed by Milwaukee to the middle of the ice. Wilsby to his right, towards the front of the net. Campbell just sent that wide to the right post, and he had plenty of room to poke it home around the toe of Greaves. So the Monsters catch a break. Still 3-0 Cleveland. Milwaukee, though, Jock, not going away.
No, they've really, after the Monsters scored, they've really come on here.
Here's Wilsby, center point. He'll fire off the right pad of Greaves. Into the corner, it's O'Reilly. Throwing off the end wall, picked up by McHugh behind the net. It's McHugh up the right side for Juracek. Hoists it to center. Trying to track it down. Pearson takes it away from Wilsby. Pearson, left corner. Hands off as Gaudette tried to find McHugh in front. This puck taken away by Milwaukee. They'll go off the glass and out. This one has enough momentum. No, it doesn't. Checks up just shy of icing. Retrieved by Coolmans as Milwaukee changes skaters. We're inside of 12 minutes left in the game. 3-0 Monsters. Thanks to Bjergbeck Holmes. Early third period score.
Pucks are checking up a little bit here tonight. Hopefully my wedge does that next summer.
Yeah, Jocko held off the golf course this summer, but there won't be any rust. I'm sure of that.
No.
We've got a whistle here, and we'll take a look at the replay here. Some action around the Monsters net, but David Juracek recovering here, not just the puck, but there he is with the goal stick. There you go, Jet.
Yeah, there you go.
I hope he tipped his delivery, man. 11:43 left in the third. Juracek he's such a likable personality, and you know, he has so much to offer in terms of the game itself, but also I think in the dressing room, he's just kind of a smiling presence most of the time.
Yeah, very good kid. I love to be around him.
Here is Grimaldi stretching it out to the offensive blue line. That is Pucha. He gets hung up with Blankenberg, and they continue to tangle. The former teammates turned over. Here's Grimaldi in front. Pucha to the net. He scores! He opened Murray up and made him pay. It's 4-0 Cleveland as Mikhail Pucha's back in town.
Well, you don't want to have a turnover in your own zone and give it to Rocco Grimaldi, because he's going to find the open guy. And we saw Pucha win the battle against Blankenberg on the wall, and he beat him off the wall after the battle. A turnover in the middle. Rocco, no problem seeing Pucha at the back door, and then Pucha walked across. Nice, subtle move to the 5-hole.
Yeah, a little forehand, backhand, opens the legs up on Murray. Makes no mistake. 8:46 the third period. Pucha's first in the American Hockey League this season in his first AHL game. Had 1 goal in 17 games up top with the Blue Jackets, but welcome back as Pucha makes it 4-0.
Those are the little things too you see Mikhail Pucha do. You know, he opened up his legs there just subtly and just poked it in.
Juracek with some fancy footwork on that last entry. Now the puck back to the Cleveland zone. This is Malatesta trying to connect at center. Taken away by Ufko, and it's dumped in behind Jed Greaves. Grimaldi with the lone assist on Pucha's first, and the Monsters have 2 in the third. They're up 4-0. Sean got the stick up a little bit there, battling with his man in front of the penalty boxes, Lucchini. Now it's Schneider up ice. He'll rip one wide of Greaves. On the end wall, hard hit in the corner. That's Coolman's taking a rough ride. Now Malatesta's going to fight. Drops the gloves here with Schneider. Big overhand right for Schneider, who's got the reach advantage, but Malatesta hangs tough, sends his bucket tumbling and takes him down. Finishing with a flourish, it's James Malatesta, and the crowd loves it.
Great job by Jimmy there, stepping in for Cools. Cools is shaking up here. Hopefully he's okay, he's up on his own feet, but Jimmy said that's enough of that.
Schaefer, not Schneider, my mistake. There's the big hit.
Well, not only did he hit him, but he punched him in the face on the follow-through, and then Jimmy was right there and said, enough of that.
So there's Tom Borden, head athletic trainer, taking Coolmans down the tunnel. He sprung a leak there as that high stick was pretty brutal right under the visor, but Malatesta continues to be willing to do anything to help his team. He was giving away a lot of size. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape. James, 5'9", 193. Big Reed Schaefer, 6'4", 220. And no hesitation from Jimmy.
No, and Jimmy's not tall, but he is strong. He's a strong boy, and he's got a lot of intensity.
And you see Schaefer gets a couple of right hands in early there. Little uppercut over the top. And you get the helmet out of the way. That just frees up Jimmy's right hand because he comes back with a couple, and then the takedown to boot. Strong showing for him, and way to step up for his teammate Corson Coolmans, and all the best to Cools getting patched up back in the dressing room.
They could get a fight on Netflix and make a couple million each there.
Well, it was a better fight than the one we saw on that bull thing.
Yeah. Yes.
Anyway, back here we are waiting for determination on penalties. Reed Schaefer with the dirty hit there on Coolmans on the end wall, and then he has to pay a price. And so now here's Gravel and Fix-Wolansky.
Well, the hit was okay originally, but then he followed through with
right.
But it doesn't. I don't know if there's going to be any extra penalties. Gravel wants extra penalties.
Yeah, Malatesta and
he's going to get 5 each, and that's
Schaefer.
it, maybe.
And nothing further. Yeah, looks that way. So 10:25 left in the third period. 4-0 Monsters. Just to recap the scoring, 0-0 after one. Pearson and Fix-Wolansky both at even strength in the second. Then Björkvik, Holman, Puchin likewise here in the third. And if you're Milwaukee, is quizzical look on the face of Trent Vogelhuber there trying to figure out these penalties.
Yeah.
If you're Milwaukee, though, you have to feel somewhat stunned by the fact that you're suddenly down 4-0 because, you know, they've played a pretty sturdy brand and just haven't been able to break through.
Yeah, I mean, the first 30 minutes were pretty even, and then the Monsters had some momentum, but then Milwaukee started after the third goal here at the start of the period. The Monsters got Milwaukee, had 4 or 5 shifts where they were pressing, and then the Monsters came down there with the Puchin goal.
So Cleveland, after the fight between Malatesta and Schaefer, head back to their defensive zone. Jet Greaves has stopped 19. His counterpart has stopped 21. It's 4-0 for the home team.
It's like old times, Milwaukee and Cleveland. They're a couple years off, and they still dislike each other.
Well, again, I don't know what it is. It's fun to go to Milwaukee. They have a great barn there at Panther Arena. But it just seems like these two teams should be playing each other. If the Monsters play Chicago, why not Milwaukee, you know? Bailed up and out of the zone here almost. Nice job to hold it in. I spoke too soon. Wilsby able to clip it down low. Juracek into the corner. Now it's Wall battling with Cleveland Stelbel Blues. Against the wall, the puck now extracted from skate blades. Back down low for Lucchini. Sends it to Wall behind the net. Tries the backhand wraparound. Dreves in good position. As Milwaukee continues to threaten, Wilsby keeps it in at the left point. Around to Brindley. He's just going to spike it out to the neutral zone, hoping for Fix-Wolansky. Now a penalty. And it's against Milwaukee, it would appear. As holding has been called, and the Monsters will have a power play when we come back. 4-0 Cleveland midway through the third period. More from Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse right after this. Monsters up big in the third, 4-0 on Milwaukee, and there's Gavin Brindley. First game as a Monster, first game in the AHL, and he's a 2-point-per-game guy in his career in this league. Pretty good.
Yeah, that is. He's played well. He's got some energy. Made some good plays along the walls.
I think it's especially impressive considering that it's his first game he's played all season. He's been working hard to get back, but you know, just to feel the speed of the game again, it has to be a relief for him.
Yeah, I mean, you can do as much practice as you want. It's not the same. I mean, you're playing against your teammates. You can battle with your teammates, but it's not the same when you're getting into the game.
Lucchini for holding, and then before the power play can materialize, another penalty is called. It's like high sticking. They're going to check Joachim Kemmel. Just a 2-minute minor penalty for high sticking, but still negates that power play.
It's happened a couple times here tonight.
Yeah, Puccia will head off here. So the Monsters now officially 0 for 4 with the extra skater. This will be the 5th power play at the end of this 4-on-4 sequence here. Take a look at the replay here. You see Puccia along the wall trying to get that puck loose. I don't know about that. Kemmel throwing his head back. I'm not sure if it was Puccia that got it.
Hockey now.
Here's Jiricek tracking through center. Lots of room out there at 4-on-4 for another minute and 35 seconds. Cleveland up 4-0. Grimaldi in front finds Delbel Belouz, who spins and releases, but it's taken away. A hit in the open ice there on Weissblatt by Jiricek. Past him, this one in front of Greaves, fires it sharply off the glass there. Decisive move. Now out high, it's Grimaldi in his own zone, ahead for Sposel. He'll peel off for a change, all 4 Monsters will, with the exception of Sposel actually, who has to stay out there for now. Now slid ahead, Blankenberg fires off the rush, and that one past Greaves but wide. And behind the net, Milwaukee to Bellows left circle. His shot stopped by Greaves in the right post.
Good to see Kuhlman's back out.
Up ahead now, 2-on-1. Here's Sillinger to Pearson. He'll rip it high and wide to the short side off the glass. And Ozzy Weissblatt has it at center for Milwaukee. Can't carry past Kuhlman's. He must have missed, what, 1 shift? Down went Sillinger awkwardly. He'll climb into the bench. And Kuhlman's off to the left corner for Björkvik Holm as we've got 35 seconds left in the 4-on-4. Town didn't like the look. Peels back on the would-be entry to feed Bowie in the Cleveland zone. Just over 8 minutes to play in regulation. Bowie for McCown. McCown will race out of his own end, cut back at center. Now up ahead, it's Pixpolanski on the left wing. Puck taken away by Hinostroza. At center, pivoting is Bowie. Off to the left side of the neutral zone, Pixpolanski off Bowie's stick. This one tracks all the way down, got past Ufko. Now it is Bowie behind the net. Offensively for Kuhlman's. Out at the point, Matejchuk releases, glove save Murray. And the penalty's over, so 11 seconds left in the abbreviated power play for the Admirals. Fans of the Monsters Community Foundation are committed to positively impacting the lives of youth in Northeast Ohio through the power of hockey. And the Monsters Community Foundation proudly supports organizations that provide programs that share in that mission. For more info and to apply for a grant from the foundation, visit clevelandmonsters.com/community. A lot of great work done by that organization throughout the year, and a lot of folks in the front office contributing to those efforts in a meaningful way.
Yes. Both these power plays are not going to look good because of the short power plays with getting penalties.
Right, it should count for like a quarter of a power play.
Yeah, they both get like 2 10-second power plays they've both had.
Monsters 5 for 5 on the kill, patting the man down stats tonight. 0 for 5 on the power play for Milwaukee. Monsters up 4-0 with 7:15 to go in the game. Sean out to center. McHugh creeps into the O-zone. Now it's dropped off. Gaudette left circle. He'll fire. This one into the netting as it deflects up and out. 7:06 left in the third period. Rocket Entertainment Sports Network is hosting, if you haven't heard, a box office buyout for the Monsters game on Black Friday. This weekend only, purchase tickets to see the Monsters take on Toronto on November 29th, and Rocket Entertainment Sports Network will cover the fees. Tickets start at just $9 through this limited time offer. Get yours now at clevelandmonsters.com/buyout.
Want to see some good hockey come and see the Marlies. They've got a really good team, and the Monsters have played very well against them both times so far this year.
I don't even want to repeat it, but you should look up Trent Vogelhuber's career record as a head coach against Toronto. It's crazy. The Monsters have had so much success against the Marlies in recent seasons. It's a puck over to the right corner as McHugh sends it behind the goal line. Now this is Svozil out of the left side, up for a shot. Little free hand tug on the cap of the shoulder pad there from the defenseman. That was Ufko. That goes uncalled. Now Cleveland up the right side as Gaudette bails it for McHugh. He collides there with Mutter. And now it's back for Svozil. Fires around the end boards. This one able to be batted at by Kuhlman. Stays in play. Just 6:15 left in the third. 26 shots for Cleveland. 4 goals. 20 shots for Milwaukee. Leo zone Hinestroza on a left wing carry. Chases it down in the corner. Forces to the far side of the ice. Blankenberg arrives, as does Sillinger. Puck loose behind the net. This is Kuhlman's. Up the wall, right side. Kyle Pucha turns against the grain. Off to the far side of the ice. Björk Holm muscles it to center. Gets the puck back, tries to dump it in. Gets about 2 feet away from him before it was blocked. And Lucchini has it played back through his defense tandem into the Admiral zone. Here's 6 to go in the third period. 4-0 Monsters. Here's Mateer behind the net. Off the right boards. This one bounces there to be scraped ahead by Weissblatt for Milwaukee. And now Grimaldi will capture. He, with an assist on Pucha's goal, extends his personal point streak to 8 games. As the Monsters looking to extend their winning streak to 7. They are the hottest team in the league by any possible metric. Puck out left point, Matejchuk holds it in. Now it's fed back at neutral territory for a chop by Del Bel Blues. Brindley back to Luka, atop his own circles. The right side of center, this one shuttered deep by Bowie. Picks Wolanski after it, hit hard on the end wall. None the worse for wear. This one around as Brindley leans on his man, comes to the slot for Kiefer Bellows now. He was so good last year with Toronto, speaking of the Marlies. Bellows, dangerous offensive player. Haven't heard much from him tonight. Juracek leaves it in the corner. Bellows now to the right of Greaves. Cleveland takes away. This is Del Bel Blues. Trying to force it up the wall. Got it past Weissblatt, then Brindley to the middle of the ice for a shot. 4.5 minutes left in this third period. And back for Gravel and Milwaukee. Starting to see a little frustration from the Admirals.
The Monsters have done a good job here getting the pace that they want right now. Not open like it was there for a while, or Milwaukee was getting some zone time, but the Monsters have really quieted things down here with a 4-0 lead. That's what you want to see.
And the goal line, this one sent all the way down ice. Should be icing. Nope, it won't be. Tipped there on its way. And so Björk Holm plays from behind his own net. Up the left side of center, McHugh to the middle of the ice, McCown. Between Kemmel and Blankenberg, the puck into the corner. Hit along the dasher, and now this one nudged by Campbell for Milwaukee. Kuhlman's nice recovery there past the veteran O'Reilly. Spins up the left side of his own zone, delivers, nudged by McHugh, no icing.
Of course, he's skating so well. That's what I remember when he first got here from Wisconsin, just always moving his legs.
Yeah, left circle, this is Gaudette, right on net for a save by Murray. Picked up by Pearson. You love to see, despite the big lead too, the Monsters still continuing to dictate and force this game into the Milwaukee zone here down the stretch. Only 3:15 now left.
Yeah, not sitting back. I like that mentality.
Matejchuk circling the zone. Left circle McHugh to the slot. Pearson fires. Good save by Murray. And he covers the rebound with 3:06 left in regulation. We'll step away. Monsters with a big lead late. See if they can finish off Milwaukee up 4-0 on Rack Entertainment Sports Network. 3:06 left in the third. Monsters up 4-0 on Milwaukee, but another really big number for Cleveland tonight in terms of attendance. Officially, 10,309 souls aboard for the Monsters. And Jock, it just never gets old. They've been involved here on Pride Night. They've been loud, and they've been a factor like they always are, the great fans of Cleveland.
Yeah, early in the season here, I think this is one of the best starts for the Monsters with early season crowds.
So this is the 6th home game and the 3rd crowd of 10,000 or more so far this season. That is way ahead of the Monsters' typical league-leading pace. So the Monsters up 4-0 and trying to finish strong here against Milwaukee. Admirals play one inside the Cleveland zone. These two teams are going to be back at it really quickly tomorrow at noon, as it'll be a doubleheader here at the Fieldhouse for the Monsters and Cavs. Here's Willsby behind the net, leaves it left circle, out high Marino in the slot, fires, he scores. And Milwaukee spoils Jets shutout bid late in the third as Marino makes it 4-1.
A little sloppy there in the end zone, not playing in the lanes. I don't think the coaches are going to be happy with that one.
Take a look at the goal here. You see Marino out at the top of the circles. Wrister goes above the pad under the glove of Greaves there for Marino, known more for his penalty minute column than his goal scoring column. It's his first of the year, 2nd point. And in 10 games, he's already got 41 penalty minutes. So it's usually his MO.
Yes.
Former Chicago Wolf, big sturdy player in this league last handful of years. Off the draw, it's now 4-1. So no shutout for Jet, but another great performance for him with 20 saves so far. Now penalties coming here. As the whistle blows, both referees with their arms in the air and headed off. It appears high sticking will send Sposel to the box for Cleveland. It'll be power play number 6 for Milwaukee.
Not what you want to see.
Taking a look at the replay here on the high stick. Yes, Sposel bracing for the hit. Just kind of got the blade of his stick up there, and the guy coming in to apply that body check absorbed that high stick. 2.5 minutes left in the third. 4-1 Monsters over Milwaukee. And now a penalty kill for Cleveland for all but the final 30 seconds of regulation. McCown v. Lucchini on the draw to the right of Greaves. Puck drops, pulled back into the corner. Jiricek tried to clear. This one sent out by Weissblatt. He fell down. Now around to the left point, controlled by Blankenberg. Blankenberg across. This is Hinestroza down the right wing boards. Carries all the way to the corner. Hands it off. Out high Blankenberg. One-timer floats wide. Forced away from Jiricek as Bellows crunches in. 2:05 left in regulation. Weissblatt across the zone. High slot. Blankenberg, another one-timer blocked by McCown. That stung him. And he pops back up to his skates. Weissblatt in front. A shot. That one's off the, was it off the post? As Greaves was challenging to the right side of his net. And Bellows can't get it to go. The puck's out of play.
I don't know if Jet got a piece of it or if it was a post, Tony, but Jet was over real quick.
Just took such a sharp bounce.
Took everything away. Jet got.
Oh yeah, crossbar I think, Jock. Right
after,
over
but
his
I think it hit his blocker and went up.
Gotcha.
Down low. It wasn't that high a shot to start.
Great stop for Jet. His 21st. Draw one back by Milwaukee. Blankenberg left point. Cross to Hinestroza. Rink wide Bellows left circle. He'll fire. Another save. Greaves. Off into the corner. Now it's pushed by Bowie over to the far side of the ice. Caught up in the referee's skates momentarily. 1:09 left on the power play. Dragging Blankenberg. Fed Hinestroza. He'll shoot it. Glove save for Jet. Hangs on. 1:34 left in regulation. Hey, fans need dependable, reliable staff? Hospitality Staffing Solutions has been delivering trusted, quality workforce solutions for over 34 years. Servicing stadiums, hotels, resorts, restaurants, and more, they provide skilled staff to meet all your janitorial, culinary, and maintenance needs. Whether you're in Northeast Ohio or anywhere across the country, HSS has you covered with over 90 recruitment offices nationwide. Visit hssstaffing.com. That's hssstaffing.com today to learn how HSS can help your business succeed. Monsters succeeding to the tune of a 4-1 lead with 90 seconds left in regulation. Pass to Schaefer, high slot. Off to the right circle, Campbell retrieves. Ufko out high to Campbell again. Back to Ufko, loads, fires, Greaves, great adjustment, made the save on a tip shot, and then forced to the left corner for Bowie. He'll connect with Jake Gaudette, and he'll skate it with just over a minute left in the third into the O-zone. Splits the D, rolls in front of Murray, he'll glove it and hold. That stops time with 1:04 remaining in the game. Jet still playing right to the end of the game.
A couple good saves there by Jet, using every piece of his body to get a piece of it.
High tip, the hash mark.
Yeah, he stayed up on it. Good job by Jake Gaudette there on the rush, shorthanded.
He does, a simple thing that a lot of players forget to do, and that's if they give you the ice, why not skate into it, right? Draw controlled by Milwaukee. We've got 1 minute left in this third period with the Monsters up 4-1. O'Reilly dumps it in front of Greaves. He'll snatch it. Absorb the snow shower that follows.
I'm surprised Milwaukee didn't pull their goalie there with the power play when they first had it.
24 seconds left.
6 on 4 with 2 minutes and 39 seconds. You got 6 on 4.
You see most teams these days do that.
Yeah. Patrick Waugh would have done that.
He's not the only one. Trent Vogelhuber might have done that.
Yes.
O'Reilly on the draw.
They get one early in that, and then it's a 2-goal game. The pressure's on.
54 and 2/10 seconds left. Pulled back Milwaukee. Left point Ufko. Still on the power play. 20 more seconds. Got across Hinostroza to Ufko. Left circle. Kimmel with a big crank. And that one sails off Greaves and out of play.
Kimmel's mad at himself, but Jet's over there way before the shot. Reading the play so well.
Super fundamentally sound. Again, thanks in large part to Brad Thiessen's goaltending and coaching.
Yes.
Nice to have Pavel Chayan up this week, right, to work with the goalie group a little bit. He's been down in ECHL Cincinnati.
That's
so
good
that's
to see
been nice.
Good to see Pav. Another great kid the Monsters have.
Indeed. And an important role to be that third goaltending option for any team. You never know when you might be needed. This one back to the right point for Ufko. Now 30 seconds left as it's forced to center. Smozel's out of the box, and the Monsters are perfect on the PK today to the tune of 6 for 6. Not shabby. Now up ice, this is Pearson delivering McCown. He'll shoot, that blocked by Ufko off into the corner. 15 seconds to go in regulation. Behind the net, dumped by Joachim Kemmel. Now the puck back for O'Reilly. O'Reilly ahead to Schaefer. Schaefer into the zone. 5 seconds left. Driving, centering. And the puck rolls into the corner as the countdown runs out of time. The horn sounds and the game is over. The Monsters with a big second and a big third take a 0-0 game after one and turn it into a 4-1 win over the Milwaukee Admirals.
Great job here by the Monsters. You play 5 of the last 6 on the road, and usually when you've been on a road trip like that, it's hard when you come home. You kind of have a letdown, but there was no letdown here tonight by the Monsters.
With that victory, Cleveland now with wins in 7 consecutive games. They've won 9 out of their last 10, and Cleveland's record with the victory pushed to 11-4-0-1 this season. Milwaukee falls to 9-4-0-1. Their 7-game road winning streak is history. And we've got a rematch coming up in literally hours from now at noon tomorrow between these same two clubs. But a 4-1 win for the Monsters, 7 straight in the win column for Cleveland, and the confidence is just off the charts right now for the Monsters. I'm told Trent Vogelhuber is now with us downstairs. He appears courtesy Labatt Blue. Trent, congratulations on the victory. What do you think of the way your team took off in the second period and didn't look back?
Yeah, I really liked the second period. I thought first period was a 50-50 game and not much to it. Thought we, took away some of our offensive chances there with a little execution and a little bit too much in the neutral zone. So eventually got to it there in the second period and outchanged them and set up the next line. And you could see the ice tilt there for the second half of the second period, which ultimately won us the game.
Yeah, so the first period was kind of a feel-out period, but then you guys got your forecheck going second half of the second period. And I thought, for the most part, you kept it going the rest of the way.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think we only had like 3 forechecking opportunities in the first period, and we talk about that. We want to establish it. Didn't give ourselves opportunities with puck plays, and then when we did dump it, the goalie touched it way too much. So second period, put it into better areas for us to go get it. Then you can start to tilt the ice out, change them, and then that's what happens there in the second period. You start to take over, set the next lineup out, change them, like I said, kind of play that 3-quarter ice game. But, Jock, it does start with the forecheck, which we eventually got to there in the second period.
Real quick, folks, thoughts on Brindley, on Jiricek, on Pucha, the new arrivals?
Yeah, they're all good players. We're all good players, lucky to have them. And I thought they were all solid, pretty solid team effort. Just got to keep sticking with the details. And those guys, I thought for the first game, especially Bryn's not playing in a while, he was really solid. And a good starting point for him and for those other 2 from Columbus as well.
Trent, 7 straight wins. Congratulations. Thank you for this. Talk to you tomorrow.
Appreciate you guys. Thanks.
All right, that is Trent Vogelhuber, appeared courtesy of Labatt Blue. And with that, it's time to take a look at our 3 stars of the game. And your deserving 3rd star, Jock, only Julian Bjorkvik home with a goal, but another well-rounded effort.
Yeah, he played very well defensively and chipped in some offense, playing a lot of energy.
Second star of the game, Jet Greaves. He was outstanding in net for Cleveland as Jet gets the win. He's now 6-3 and 1 stop, 26 pucks. Your first star in his first AHL game, Kevin Brindley, with 2 points, both helpers, and a chance to salute the fans. Great debut.
Yeah, great patience by him. You know, he wanting to play, but you know, got to heal up and came out and showed what he could do.
Well, the Monsters get the win by a 4-1 final score. They beat the Milwaukee Admirals as we will take a break, come back and wrap things up after Cleveland's 7th consecutive victory. We'll put a bow on things next on Rock Entertainment Sports Network.